hasta luego.
Hello and welcome to Rally Estonia and the city of Tartu, the host city for what is going to be an absolutely epic weekend ahead. It is round 8. We are beyond the halfway point of the season, and this is a very, very fast rally. Myself and Mike Chen, our usual expert, will be here all weekend, as well as the rest of the team, to bring you the fast and furious rally action of Rally Estonia. Chenny, what a weekend we've got in store. Welcome to the boiling heat.
Yeah, look, it's brilliant to be back on fast gravel. That's the first thing, isn't it? And 20 stages. Estonia is known for being so quick. So it's going to be a real challenge for the drivers, because we've left the technical stages of Greece, Portugal, Sardinia behind. Now we're on to the really fast stuff, where the drivers are just going to have to be so committed from the word go, Kiri.
Indeed. Well, you can hear the rally cars firing up behind us. There's two reasons for that. We do have the start ramp in the city. That's happening in a short while, but there's another reason. We've got a super special, the same super special that you've seen a couple of years back now. Hometown hero Oyt Tanak, the weight of a win on his shoulders again. Leaving Greece after that fantastic win, every single person here is going to want a win for Oyt Tanak. He really is one of the most famed drivers, famed sportsman in Estonia.
Yeah, absolutely. He's Estonia's Tom Cruise, isn't he? You know, and everybody's here behind Oyt Tanak. It's going to be an interesting weekend for him, fresh off the back of that victory in Greece. So confidence is high. It was a good weekend for Hyundai, but they've traditionally struggled on the really fast gravel stuff, haven't they? So I think we'll know probably tomorrow, less so tonight, but tomorrow once we get out to the fast stages, whether or not Hyundai have been able to engineer out the problems that they've had with oversteer on the fast stuff. If they have, I think Toyota will be going, uh-oh. If they haven't, then you wouldn't bet against Toyota and Kalirov and Pera, because we just know how good the Yaris is straight out of the box.
Well, we will talk about it a bit more in detail in a while. However, if you just saw Oliver Solberg there at the autograph session with the drivers in a Toyota shirt, yes, you are correct. This weekend, he'll be stepping up to the plate in a WRC car. It's an exciting weekend for him. Of course, we saw him behind a couple of years ago, perhaps a little bit more mature now and ready to tackle this task.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, these are the shots coming through from Oliver in Shakedown this morning. He did a superb job. I totally agree with you. When he was at Hyundai, I don't think he was ready necessarily for the pressure that comes with being a manufacturer driver. I think he is ready now. This is going to be a big test for Oliver this weekend. He had a really good pre-event test coming into this weekend. He's comfortable with the car. He went well in Shakedown. I just think he's just got to temper himself. This is a long-term strategy for Oliver. This isn't a one-off weekend for him where he's got to go and win the thing to prove himself. I think he's already done that. We all know how good he is in the car. So for me, you know, I think if we can see flashes of pace from Oliver on a few stages, that would be really good. It proves to everybody that the pace is there. The rest of the time, just get the thing to the end of the rally. The one thing he doesn't want to do is upset the bosses. And what upsets the bosses the most? Broken rally cars. That's
a bit of crash damage, yeah, indeed. Okay, well, you've just mentioned it. 20 stages to come, well over 300 kilometers of rally action, but when's it all falling on your screens? Well, tonight the first stage is at 8 o'clock. Then it is a big schedule of events, 2 till 8 on Friday. Saturday, you can see it's a full day. That is our longest day on Saturday. Then we head to an all-new Wolf Power stage for Sunday. This is fast and furious, perhaps the ultimate test of man and machine. This really is the rawest and the roughest that we can see our rallying get to. So it's an exciting, difficult weekend. And can we bill it as the Oyt Tanak and Kalirov Pera battle for the win? We'll find out, perhaps, like you said, tomorrow. Tonight, it's just getting through that stage and a big wow for the absolute hundreds and thousands of fans that are out there. Perfect view of the city, a perfect way to start. Now, we do have a bit of rain scheduled at some point, but we don't know when that's coming. It was Saturday, it's moved a bit to Sunday now.
Yeah, potentially, I think the odd shower on Sunday. I think that the teams are comfortable that it's going to be dry on Friday and Saturday. 28 soft tyres to play with this weekend, which I think is going to work in favour of the teams. But yeah, we might see a little bit of rain on Sunday.
All right, but for now, it's Bex Williams with Meet the Crews.
Wonderful faces and, of course, your incredible rally.
we are about to start our Meet the Crew session, and we're going to kick off with our team representatives. So I want you to give a big round of applause, a huge cheer, as we welcome, representing Toyota, four-time World Rally Champion, Deputy Team Principal, Juha Kankinen.
Woo!
Representing Hyundai, we have Team Principal, Cyril Abiteboul.
Woo!
Representing M Sport Ford, Rich Milliner. And representing Hankook Tires, we have Stephen Cho.
Have a seat, guys.
Please make yourselves comfortable in this beautiful sunshine. Juha, let's start with you, because what an incredible season we have seen from Toyota. You come now to the super fast stages here at Rally Estonia. Beautiful weather, lovely conditions. How possible is it for a Toyota top 3 this weekend?
I hope it's possible, yes, top 3. I hope so.
You sure that is right?
Yeah, I mean, Kalle has won here 3 times and thinks he has experience, but I think Oit in the home country, he will be very, very difficult to beat. Definitely. He is fantastic driver, and he knows these roads as well. But of course we try. We have good boys there, and we try to do our best. Here in Finland is a little bit different rallies because these are fast. Here you don't have that many jumps than in Finland, but very fast, nice roads, very good surface. So of course we try to do the best.
Okay, maybe that was a little bit of an unfair question, Cyril Abiteboul, because Hyundai took their first win of the season at the Acropolis Rally just a few weeks ago, and it was Oit Tänak who won the rally.
Woo.
Come on.
Who was it?
Who's Oit?
Who are we talking about?
And in his career here at Rally Estonia, he's had 4 wins. 2, well, 1 as part of WRC, 1 at the promotional event, 2 previous to that. It's his home event, Cyril. Everyone is expecting to see Oit on the top step of the podium. What do you think he can do here?
I'm thinking that what you're saying is exactly the big problem that we have. I mean, all of you are actually our biggest problem this weekend, because you know it, you know how demanding he is, you know how he's demanding on himself, because he's got the pressure from all of you. So really what I'm asking is that instead of having your pressure, we have your support. We've got your speed, we've got your talents helping us in achieving indeed this big goal, because as you said, Toyota have been the team to beat this year. Toyota and Kalle have been, I would say, also the crew to beat here in this special rally. So let's hope that we can do special here, but the task will be big. But again, with all this support and not with all this pressure, I hope we can do well.
Thank you very much, Cyril. We'll come back to you. Rich Milliner, let's turn to you now. We've seen you many years here across Rally Estonia. How special is this event, do you feel? Because it kicks off a super fast run of gravel events for us. When it came into the championship in 2020, it came in as a save in COVID year, and everyone was blown away by it. What have you thought of this event over the years?
Yeah, I mean, well, just look at the number of people here. So I think this tells you one thing. So thank you for everyone for supporting it. And I came here on the year before for the candidate event, and I remember this podium well because we went for a dinner, and the podium was sharing the finish with the triathlon. And 1 hour after the dinner started, I'd managed to rope myself into doing the triathlon. So in the middle of the rally, I was swimming in that river, cycling around here, running and finishing on here. So some good memories.
So do you think you might see the same thing happening this year?
I'm a bit too heavy now.
What about your crews this weekend? Because we're seeing Josh McAleen, Greg Munster, Martin Sesks, who everyone will remember, obviously, on the super fast stuff last year going really well. What's the likelihood this weekend of seeing them all trying to challenge?
Yeah, we'll do our best. And you know, Martin's is back with a lot of good fans here. I see some flags already, so it's great to have the support. And, you know, we'll be trying our best to do what we can. It's very tough against this opposition. It's very good opposition. But we have our own goals within the team, and we hope for a strong event in what I'm sure will be a fantastic environment with lots of great support.
Thank you very much, Rich. Stephen, let's have a chat with you now. Hankook, it has been the first season that we're seeing Hankook tyres at the top level in WRC. We're reaching the half point of the season now. I'm sure you're going to tell me you've learned a lot so far. Have you enjoyed the experience of WRC, though?
Yes, absolutely. It's been a fantastic experience to be a part of the World Championship. As you say, just at the halfway point, we've been through almost all of it now. So snow and ice, tarmac, really rough gravel, and now we're very happy to be here at the first truly high-speed gravel rally. So it's been, as you say, an incredible challenge, an incredible working experience. It's been great to build collaboration with these manufacturers here as well. And we're just happy to be able to support the World Championship. So very excited to be here.
How challenging is it going to be out there this weekend? I know Estonia has seen a lot of rain in the last couple of weeks. What are the stages looking like, Stephen?
Yeah, I think it's going to be, of course, very high speed. Cleaning effect is going to be the big question. I think we'll see a lot of it on Saturday. I think a question mark for us on what the second pass looks like. So, yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see that. We're really looking forward to it. Really, really high speed. Everyone's going to have to be very, very precise, and we're hoping that our tires will be able to give them the confidence to really push.
Great stuff, Stephen. Thank you very much. I'm going to come back to Mr. Kankinen, but I'm going to ask a question pretty much for all of you. We saw Juha Kankinen on the weekend at the Goodwood Festival of Speed, behind the wheel again of a Toyota Yaris, the Rally 2, the Rally 1, Juha. Always fantastic to see you in competition. Jari-Matti Latvala is competing in the historic championship this year. Will we see you back behind the wheel at all competitively? Are you getting inspired by Jari-Matti or not?
No.
Oh, that's a shame, right?
I'm sorry about that, but I have done more than enough. But like Goodwood, and in Finland I will do with the new hydrogen car, just a demo drive in Harju states, the town states, but this kind of things. But you will not me see in the forest anymore.
Ah, that's a shame. Now, I know Rich Milner has been behind the wheel of a car. You've competed on events, Rich. Shame we didn't see you in Goodwood. Are there any more competitive outings coming up? And what would they be in? If you were in Goodwood, for example, with all of the classic cars that we see on the rally stage there, what would you choose?
I only really have one record I'd like to beat, and I think UR currently holds it. I think it's the fastest land speed in a tractor. Do you still hold that one? Yeah, so I would like to try and beat that record of Juha's in a tractor instead.
Okay, now, Mr. Unbeatable. We're not sure whether we've seen you behind the wheel of anything competitive. So is there the possibility, surely you've been inspired by what you've seen here, by what Juha's done, by what Mr. Milner has done as well. You're a team principal. Can we see potentially you compete at some point?
If there is no corners and if there is no braking, and maybe you can see me. So if we can do a dragster race, all straight, Salt Lake, then maybe we can talk about it, but nothing else.
We would like to see you behind the wheel. What about you, Stephen? If you could have a pick of any of the rally cars to have a go at, what would you choose?
With all due respect for the fine manufacturers here, anything Lancia would be great.
Okay, I love the thought of that. Guys, I will let you go. Thank you very much for joining us on the Meet the Crew stage. Have a wonderful weekend here in Estonia.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Cyril Unbeatable, Juha Kankinen, Rich Milner, and Stephen Cho. Now, we are going to be welcoming more drivers out onto the stage. We have a lot more questions to be asked, and we'd love to hear your cheers as well for everybody. We're going to be looking at our support categories next, WRC 2 and WRC 3. And we might just have some Estonian drivers within that mix, Christian.
We should.
So we would like to welcome, and hopefully they're going to appear beautifully behind this door, Robert Jurgensen in the WRC 2 category, Georg Linnemer, last year's ERC Rally Estonia winner, and representing WRC 3, Timek Abramovsky, everyone. Big round of applause. Woo. Welcome to you all, guys. Georg, we've got to start with you. Home event, very much home event here in Tartu as well. And you were, of course, last year's winner in the European Rally Championship at Rally Estonia. It was a brilliant fight right on the final stage. We saw it go down to the wire. That must give you a lot of confidence coming back here in front of home fans.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, competing here is always great. I feel very comfortable on these roads. I mean, obviously, I grew up here, so yeah. I mean, last year's win for sure was a confidence boost, and yeah, I hope we can repeat it again this year.
How tough is it going to be this year, though? Because we have seen a little bit of rain. All the Estonians tell me that this now, today, is the first summer that you've seen. How difficult is it going to be with the conditions out on the stages?
I mean, we got conditioned a bit in Greece, at least, so maybe it's actually a good thing that you know, it's not too different to Greece now, so it's nice. I mean, it will be challenging, but I'm looking forward to it.
Georg, ma kasutan koduväljaku eelis ära, saan eesti keeles ka küsida ja fännide jaoks. Ole hea nüüd eesti keeles ka. Mida me võime oodata sel nädalavahetusel? Milliste mõtetega? See on see tüüpiline sportlase käest küsimus, aga milliste mõtetega sa rajale lähed?
Positiivsete mõtetega.
Väga hea.
Et selles mõttes, eks me ilmselgelt ikkagi eesmärk on võita, et eks me anname endast parima.
Nagu Beks juba tegelikult inglise keeles sa ütlesid, 2 aastat järjest on olnud sul selline väga korralik kiirus, esiteks, aga teiseks ka korralik konkurents, sest mina mäletan seda 2 aasta tagust aega, kui te Robert Virvesega, ikka nagu viimaste meetriteni sisuliselt omavahel mõõtu võtsite. Mis sa ise arvad, kui tihedaks konkurents sel nädalavahetusel läheb sul?
Eks seda lõppude lõpuks homme, ülehomme, pühapäeval näeb, aga ma usun, et kõik siin on väga kõrge tasemega sõitjad kohal ja selles mõttes eks ikka, kui on kõik nii-öelda kõrgel tasemel, siis vahed on väiksed, et ma arvan, et on oodata vägagi huvitavat heitlust.
Edu!
Going to turn to the driver next to you now. That is Timik Abramovski, and welcome you to your first WRC event. It is great to see you here. You're leading the championship in ERC3 in the European Championship, and now you've come to the super fast roads of Rally Estonia. Timik, how are you feeling right now? All the crowd in front of you, this incredible rally ahead. Are you excited?
Yeah, I'm very excited to be here. Maybe I'm not at home, but I really feel like home because I started learning the rally craft here, so I feel really comfortable there, and I really like the stages, so it will be fun.
What are you hoping for out there this weekend? Because you've had a sensational season in the ERC so far. What's the hope and the plan?
Yeah, actually, after 3 very good rally, when we won the 3 rallies in the row, now we are expecting some good results as well, so yeah, I feel very great here. I know we have strong pace on those stages, fast and with big jumps, so I'm expecting some good results here.
Okay, Timik, I'm going to come back to you. Let's switch out to Romet Jørgensen now, who is, of course, our reigning junior World Rally champion. Romet, it's only a few years that you have been rallying, and I remember you telling the fantastic story on this stage that you were in the crowd watching on as we were doing these sessions and the ceremonial start, thinking, I would like to be up there as well. You had a brilliant year last year as part of the FIA Rally Star program. How proud are you as a driver, as an Estonian, to be sat here as the junior champion and competing on your home event?
Yeah, I'm really proud. I mean, you describe it really perfectly. The story, basically, it's true that I was there watching myself, and now I'm here. But I mean, yeah, I do the dreaming less and less. I mean, we have to focus still on the job, and now, yeah, the dreaming part is in the past, and now it's pure focus and time to deliver.
Is it going to be an Estonian on the top step of the podium in the category this weekend?
Yeah, I think in both categories, definitely.
Yeah, in both categories. Okay, that's good. And in terms of your planning, your preparation to get yourself psyched up and ready for this event, have you been doing anything special?
No, nothing really special. I mean, it's our home event. We know the roads, and now we don't really have any excuses, let's say. It's going to be fun, but obviously thinking about my own expectations, I think for me already top 6 or let's say 5th and 6th place, this can be an achievement that's doable.
Romet, see ei ole nüüd enam, ei saa öelda, et see on su esimene rodeo. Kui palju kindlamalt sa tunned nüüd sel aastal vastu minnes Rally Estoniale?
Jälle teine auto, kõrgem kategooria, et selles suhtes hood on teised, ei ole enam sellist kulgemist, nagu oli nende teiste autodega, et nüüd on ikkagi päris kõva võidusõit ja kiireid sõitjaid on palju, et eks näha ole, mis me teha suudame, aga kindlasti plaan on gaaspõhi vajutada.
Ma saan aru küll, sa inglise keeles ütlesid, et enda eesmärk on top 6, aga nüüd sa saad eesti keeles öelda päriselt. Mis tegelikult eesmärk on?
Ei, ma arvan, et tuleb realistlikult vaadata, et eks siin teised on oluliselt kauem sõitnud ja ma usun, et jah, siuke 5.–6. piirimail on täitsa reaalne, et rohkem oleks juba väga suur boonus.
Romet, palju sul fänne umbes siin võib olla? Oskad sa öelda?
No ma ei tea.
What? Aga me võime korraks proovida, palju Georgi fänne siin on? Ma ütleks enam-vähem sama.
I need to know what you asked.
I asked how many Georg fans and how many Romet fans. I say about equal.
Okay.
That was equal, yeah.
Yeah, it was equal. That's good. That's fair. We like that. That's fair. It is going to be a huge weekend, though, Georg, for the local drivers here. When it's your home event, I'm sure it gives you a few more chills and good nerves, maybe, than any of the others.
No, for sure. I mean, competing in front of such an amazing home crowd, it's always an extra motivation boost. It's also a little bit of extra pressure because you want to do well, but I think I take it head on, so I'm excited.
Yeah, you know how to deal with pressure now. You've been around long enough.
I hope so.
What about you, Timek? As one of our younger drivers here this weekend, how do you deal with the pressure of stepping up to WRC level?
Yeah, it's hard, and for sure, because the rally is longer, so we are expecting some more concentration needed. So yeah, I mean, I see some guys from Poland spectating us, so it's very nice to see them, and maybe not so much as in Poland, but it's still good.
Today on the shakedown, there was more Latvian flags than Estonian flags.
Yeah, there were.
The Latvians are out in force this weekend.
There might be a problem, so Estonians step it up.
I'm sure the Estonian flags will outnumber them. I think the Estonian flag is the one that we see the most around the world. Woo! Whatever event we're on, there is always an Estonian there, and it's not just Ott Tänak. Final question before I let you go then. We've been talking throughout the weekend about heroes in the sport. Georg, who was your hero when you were growing up? Who did you look up to? Who most inspired you as maybe a rally driver, a co-driver, or even a team manager? Who was your inspiration?
I mean, there's so many legends of the sport, but obviously being an Estonian, Marko Märtin and Ott Tänak were definitely the guys I looked up to the most. But, you know, you have... I mean, I always wanted to drive like Colin, so it's a bit on the edge, but yeah, because of it, I probably crashed a bit more than I should have also.
He did crash a lot as well, so, you know, it's fine. What about you, Timek? Who's your hero?
I think as I started rallying not so far ago, then Ott was on the top performance, so I think Ott is like goal too.
Okay, there we go. That's always going to get a cheer here. Mr. Jurgensen, what about you?
Yeah, I've seen it plenty of times. For me, it's been Ogier and Tänak. So for me, mix of these two drivers is the perfect driver.
Yeah, there's always something a bit special about an Ogier-Tänak battle, I think, isn't there? Why is that, do we think?
You have to ask them, I don't know.
I did ask Ott, he wasn't sure either, but it's good when you see the world champions battling together.
Battle of wits and speed.
Oh, good answer. You can tell this boy went to university. Battle of wits and speed. Okay, on that line, I'm going to let you go, guys. I wish you the best of luck for this weekend. Big round of applause, everyone. For our WRC2, WRC3 drivers, Georg Linnemann, Romet Jurgensen and Timek Abramovsky. Oh, a battle of wits and speed.
That's a good choice.
I like that. Oh, hold on. Maybe you can go off down those stairs.
The other guys are already waiting behind there.
No one saw anything. It's okay. Off you go. And with that in mind, it is about time now we welcomed out our WRC crews for you all. So we would like to welcome to the stage for Meet the Crews and our final session here, Ott Tänak and Martin Järveoja, our 2019 world champions. We would also like to welcome Kalle Rovanperä, two-time world champion, Martin Sesks, representing M Sport Ford, and Oliver Solberg, everyone. Well, that's a pretty great welcome. Probably one of the best welcomes of the whole year when we come to Estonia. We've got to start with you, Oit. You are dead center, home event, brilliant welcome from the crowds, beautiful weather. Are you in a good mood coming into the weekend? Are you happy? Are you ready to battle for the win? Because they all want to see it this weekend.
I mean, we all want to see a great weekend, no doubt, and looking the crowd here, I mean, generally, Rally Estonia always been very well organized, and obviously many passionate people here. So I mean, for such a small country, it's a big event, and happy to see so many people enjoying and yeah, sharing the weekend.
Yeah, it is great to see so many of you here this weekend. Obviously, it was the win last time out at Acropolis. This event, very different to that, though. Super high speed, which we're all really looking forward to seeing. How are the stages looking out there this weekend?
Exactly. So far, we've been just actually last 3 rounds on a very rough surface. So it's complete change, to be honest. Now next rounds, this one and Finland as well. They're really like Grand Prix events in rallying, and so smooth, so fast. Estonia maybe a bit more flat, but still with many big jumps and a bit softer surface. But I mean, it's going to be a fun event, and yeah, with some small gaps and a lot of pushing, I'm sure. So.
I think there's going to be a huge amount of pushing to the limits, hopefully, this weekend. You've won here before 4 times, once within WRC. But the man next to you, Oit, is he going to be a bit of a problem this weekend? Because he's coming now 3 wins here, year after year after year, Mr. Rovanperä. What can you do to stop him?
Yeah, it's, I guess, no question. He's always enjoyed here. Seems like he's enjoying more than I am. So, I mean, that's the way he is. It's just some rallies you enjoy, and maybe others a bit less. But in the end, we need to do the full championship, and the target is to win every of them when we are on the start line. So, I mean, yeah, at the moment we are on a equal level, so it's all to play for in the next 3-4 days.
Mr. Rovanperä, let's turn to you, because you are practically Estonian. You started the rally sprint career here back in 2011 when you were 11, or 10 probably at the time. You've said this is your favorite event on the championship calendar. This is the event you have a lot of love for. Tell me why.
Yeah, I think it's always nice to be in Estonia. Yeah, last year we couldn't come here, so it was a bit sad. So yeah, nice to see all the people here and come back here this year. Obviously, yeah, I've done a lot of rallying in Estonia and Baltics, also Latvia. So yeah, I just always, since the beginning, I really like the style of roads. I like how it feels here, and yeah, obviously we've had some good success, so the feeling is good. Always a big support from Finnish fans, but also Estonians are giving us really good support during the weekend, so it's a good feeling.
And you have a little bit of a new look coming into this weekend as well. We've seen the new look of the Toyota for summer with a silver livery, but you've decided to make yourself more aerodynamically sound as well. You want to show the crowd what's underneath that hat?
For sure not.
Yeah,
the people are demanding.
The people want to see. Hey. Is that going to be the extra few tenths of seconds that he's going to need this weekend? That's the question.
Well, I hope so. Then I didn't do it for nothing. But yeah, I'm just a bit lazy sometimes, and I'm busy man, so I thought I will not have time for the next few weeks to go to a barber. And yeah, Arttu did it for me, so now I don't need to worry about it.
There we go. That's the best excuse I've heard. Let's turn to Martin Järveoja on the end then. World champion co-driver, of course, from 2019. Martin, your home event, your home stage as well this weekend. How's the feeling ahead of it? When you see a crowd like this, you hear this support, do you get any nervous butterflies, or are you past all of that now because you've done this event so many times?
Yep. Hello, everybody. First of all, I think these extra few seconds are maybe a little bit lower than he said, if you know what I mean, but okay. It's always good to be home and compete here, so looking forward, and I hope to be more happier on Sunday afternoon than I am now.
So does that mean you are feeling a little bit of nerves right now then, or not?
Of course. I feel nervous before every event.
And talk to me about Elva as well. We see that included back again this weekend. Your company is helping construct that stage, I believe. Couldn't get my words out then.
Yeah, they were helping a little bit to put some hail bales on the stage. So I think it will be a nice, super special stage. It will be like a proper one.
Yeah, it definitely will be. I'm going to come along now to Oliver Solberg. Rally 1 Toyota, Oliver Solberg. It's a big opportunity this weekend, and it's on a super fast rally as well. I know you were hoping that it was going to be on a gravel event. It is. How excited are you right now? How are you feeling?
I am feeling, I think, on top of the world at the moment. It's just, well, should I say, an incredible feeling. And especially after the testing and shakedown, you know, it's so much fun, and the car is so nice to drive that it's a big smile on my face, and yeah, I just enjoy myself more than ever.
So what's going to be the target from you this weekend? Because obviously it's the first time in a Rally 1 with this team, with Toyota. You want to impress them, you want to show them what you can do, but also they want to see the car at the end of the weekend in one piece. What's going to be the plan?
Oh, you know, it's difficult to say really. The first goal is to be here on Sunday, and then we will take everything as it comes along the way. You know, we take stage by stage, and yeah, just get a feeling for it stage by stage. And you know, there's still a lot to learn about the car in these conditions. So for sure, shakedown felt already good, but every stage is so different, and especially tomorrow morning is tricky in the forest. So I think these guys beside me are on a different level for tomorrow, but yeah, let's see. I'm feeling good and very happy and super relaxed and comfortable at the moment. So I just want to keep that feeling for the rest of the weekend.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. Now, I'm going to turn to Martin Sesks here, because we've seen the Estonian flags out and the Finnish flags, but on shakedown this morning, it was the Latvian flags, which outnumbered everyone.
You see, they're coming. These are the guys.
They're over there.
Yeah.
They're at the back. Talk to me about your hopes for this weekend, because on the super fast roads of Rally Latvia last year, we saw a brilliant performance. You know that rally really well, though.
I still have a good one.
Thanks, guys. What about here in Estonia?
Well, of course, this year Estonia is our home rally, and you can see with the Latvian flags and Latvian fans, they're amazing. So, yeah, let's see how it's going to go. This year I'm quite bad with predictions on myself, so yeah, let's see. But the shakedown was good, the weather's nice, and yeah, let's see what tonight and tomorrow brings, and then we take it from there.
Yeah, it's a big weekend, isn't it? You know, you've got to all get back up to speed with the super fast stuff. Is it usually a bit of a shock after the first stage, remembering how fast it all is?
Well, yeah, definitely. I think shakedown this morning proved that, yeah, again, you are putting the fifth gear and going flat out in places, and these are the Grand Prix rallies where you really enjoy having this Rally 1 car with the aerodynamic and everything, and it's just completely different level.
Ma õnneks saan ka eesti keelest küsida. Aga Läti fännid segavad vahele. Kuulda neid on. Ott, ja aitäh. Ott, Peks alustas ka ilmast. Eestlastele meeldib ilmast rääkida. Päris hea ilm on ju.
Praegu on hästi, jah.
Eks ole. Mulle tundub, et sulle päikselised rallid nagu sobivad. Et kuidas selle pealt ennustust teha selleks nädalavahetuseks?
jah, ma ei oska öelda, kas õunte pealt saab ennustada ralli tulemust, et eks me jah, lõpuks ma usun, et ükskõik mis sporti me teeme, sport on sport ja alati mingil määral ettearvamatu, et see ongi selle võib-olla see, kuidas öelda, lõbusam osa või et mis teeb spordi.
Aga siiski, sul on Raekoja platsi otsani välja on inimesi kogunenud siia, sul on võimalus eesti keeles neile öelda, mida nad võivad sult oodata sel nädalavahetusel.
Idee on sõita ralliautoga Lõuna-Eesti teedel nii kiiresti kui me oskame.
Täpselt nii see on. Martin, saad sa kinnitada seda?
Ma annan kõrvalistmelt enda parima, et me saaks seda teha.
Sama Martin sulle, jah. Sama küsimus Martin sulle ka või kiire kommentaar eesti keeles, võimalus praegu siin nende rallifännide ees öelda, mida me võime oodata sel nädalavahetusel, milliste tunnete, milliste mõtetega. Ma tean, et see kõlab klišee ja trafaretsena, aga seda me ju tegelikult teada tahame.
Loodan, et näete palju kiireid autosid ja efektset sõitu.
Enamasti teilt ma loodan. Enamasti sinult ja Otilt ma loodan.
Ei no, ma usun, et on ju tore, kui kõiki nii-öelda ikkagi kõigile kaasa elatakse ja lõpuks maailma tipptaseme autod ja sõitjad on siin nii-öelda koduradadel, et ma arvan, et milleski ilma ei jääda.
Aitäh teile ja nii nagu sa Ott ütlesid pärast testikatset, pöidlat tasub alati peos hoida.
I have one more question, very short question for everybody apart from Kalle. If Kalle wins the rally this weekend, would you all shave your heads to get a little bit more speed on the next events? Guys.
Why I should shave my hair if he wins? What do I celebrate? This I don't understand at the moment.
No, because, you know, maybe then it would help on the next event at Finland if shaving your head helps.
No, but it should be a punishment.
Yeah.
For the punishment, it sounds better. Yeah. For celebration, I guess.
Kalle Rovanpera's got it right. Absolutely a punishment. We wish you the best of luck, everyone.
Yeah.
Our WRC drivers, Martin Sesks, Oliver Solberg, Ott Tänak and Martin Järveoja and Kalle Rovanpera.
Well, I think that pretty much covers it. No shaved heads if Kalle wins. Now joining me in the studio here in the service park in Tartu is Molly Pettit. You'll see Molly at the stage ends, but for now, a little bit of relaxing. Well, it was relaxing until we started revving these engines.
I mean, it's great. I thought the stop line was loud, but the service park clearly is loud as well. Yeah, they're all getting ready to go to the ceremonial start, and then, of course, we have a stage later on. But it's nice to be with you here in the service park for once.
Well, the reason that Molly actually is able to be here as well as this super special stage tonight is just a stone's throw from where we are sat, which means all those hundreds and thousands of fans that are down in that start ramp area right in the heart of the city will all flock up here. Now, this really is a short, sharp boost through sort of the dust of the service park, but a fantastic way to kick off what's going to be a very challenging weekend.
Yeah, I just came back to the service park now. Loads of people pouring in already. There'll be plenty happening on that stage as well, and then we go live at 8 o'clock local time later on. But I do remember last year the drivers thought it was a lot of fun. The organisers do a great job here, and I think it's a super special that everyone can enjoy.
Yeah, very definitely. Like we said, we've seen it before, so it's something that they know. Now, we do have a plethora of new stages this weekend as well, including the Wolf Power stage, which you will be primed and ready to tackle on Sunday morning. But what have you heard from this Wolf Power stage? It's going to be a challenge.
It is going to be a challenge, but what I've heard most about actually is where it's going to finish and where the podium will be, that it's at this big sort of sports centre where the top athletes in Estonia are training, and that will be, you know, just a couple of meters away from them, and I'm sure that we'll be seeing them a lot on our coverage as well of the power stage. But yeah, every power stage has got its own quirks, doesn't it, and tricky in its own way, and yeah, let's see who can handle that the best.
Yeah, well, that's a long way off. We've got a whole weekend of rallying to get through, but how did we get to this point? Well, we know that hometown hero won in Greece, as in Ott Tänak, that is, but what else happened? Let's find out.
And our winners this weekend, Ott Tänak and Martin Järveoja.
Acropolis Rally Greece is well established as one of the toughest events on the calendar, but one driver and his team took this opportunity to show they're still very much championship contenders.
Toyota has won now 6 out of 6, so it was not really
looking so good anymore, and we've been so many times we've been close, but there's been always something, you know, which put us back, and now we could put it together. So it means that the guys are still doing a good job, and you know, we are doing correct things. It just needs all the puzzle pieces to fall together, and that's how the sport is. You know, it's still motorsport, and it's a big team job, and yeah, I'm definitely proud for everyone.
With temperatures nearing 40 degrees, the 2025 edition of the Acropolis was unrelenting. The rough, rocky gravel stages meant punctures would slow many drivers. Martin's Sesks losing a tyre on Friday's opening stage. M-Sport Ford teammate Josh McAleen would also be brought to a halt with a similar issue. Few drivers were immune. The Toyotas of Kalle Rovanperä and Takamoto Katsuta suffered in the afternoon stages. Hyundai's world champion Thierry Neuville was also not having any luck in this department. The Belgian briefly held the lead on the first full day until he was slowed not once but twice by deflating rubber. His frustration clear to see.
Nothing happened. Puncture.
But you didn't hit anything?
Oh. No, what you want to hit in there? Nothing, just a puncture.
Only so. How much of an issue is it? But only softs left.
It's a puncture.
But how?
Yeah, okay, it's a puncture.
But Ott Tänak was avoiding any such issues and found himself at the top of the leaderboard. But was this through luck or judgment?
On Friday we were maybe even a bit more on the limit because I was fighting with the car. I didn't have a good balance, and you know, I could not drive my natural way, and therefore, you know, you are also taking more risks and stressing more the tires and so on. But since then, Saturday morning, we got the car in a better window, and I could enjoy myself. I could control the car. In rally like this, some place you need to be lucky to not get the puncture. Other place you just need to avoid it. So yeah, was demanding, but altogether it was about managing the tires, the wear and the puncture risk. And I felt I have a good relationship with the tire in this moment, and we could control the situation.
While the stages were tough, maybe the biggest test for Ott was an 8-time world champion and winner of the past 2 gravel events, Sébastien Ogier, chasing him.
In a way, it makes the driving a lot easier. You never have to doubt, you know, if he's slowing down or something, because you know he will never slow down. He will always keep pushing, and like this, you know, there is no in between, so you know that you need to keep the rhythm as well. Of course, it's never easy, you know, if Ogier is pushing you from behind, then I mean, yeah, you can't take it too easy. But personally, I really needed the victory, so yeah, I really didn't have any other option.
But at the start of Saturday, Ott's closest rival was his Hyundai teammate, Adrien Fourmeau, just 3 seconds behind. But once again this season, the Frenchman would run out of luck. A rock in stage 10, breaking his suspension. While his chances of the win had gone, in this test of endurance, the podium was still a possibility. While Sébastien Ogier was established as Toyota's main challenger, his teammates were still having the full Acropolis experience. Kalle Rovanperä off the road on stage 11. Takamoto Katsuta also left that stage in the wrong direction and was left seeking help from the local spectators. Championship leader and road sweeper Elman Evans was never in contention, but he avoided trouble and was mopping up valuable points as he moved to 4th. Also avoiding trouble and going into Sunday's final 4 stages with a lead of more than 40 seconds, Ott Tänak. And his first victory of the season was looking assured as he entered the end of rally Tarzan power stage.
Basically, one moment I pulled 3rd gear, and it's very rough noise, so I understand this gear is gone. We can't use it anymore. Then we go between second and fourth. For a few kilometers, it's all clean. Okay, no problem. But then some moment, I don't know if the piece which came out or it went also to somewhere else, and also the other gears got noisy. So then I was not sure anymore I can finish the stage. So I tried to be very gentle, very easy, not using much torque, and just keep a consistent pace. But you know, in this rough surface, also knowing that we don't have so much gap behind, you know, we had to keep some kind of decent pace. So let's say it was much more stressful than I expected for the last stage.
The final stage was completed with 30 seconds in hand over Ogier, but there was still more than 50 kilometres of road section to complete before the final time control and the podium.
In Greece, you never know until the very finish line if it's going to be fine or no, and like we could see from our side as well, you know, it was quite on the limit in the end. But I would say then it's even more relief to bring it home.
Proof the Acropolis will always find a way to test the very best. But finally, Oit, co-driver Martin Jarvioja and Hyundai could celebrate a victory in 2025. The winning margin over Sébastien Ogier, 32.8 seconds. Adrian Fourmeau celebrating a return to the podium for the first time since Monte Carlo, and valuable championship points for Elfyn Evans in fourth. The Welshman still tops the drivers' standings, but Ogier, who also claimed a maximum 10 Super Sunday bonus points, is now just 9 points behind. Oit Tanak moving ahead of Kalle Rovanperä into third, just 12 points off the lead. Hyundai took a few points off Toyota in the Manufacturers' Championship, reducing the gap to 65. But more importantly, in Greece, they provided notice that their rivals will not have it all their own way in the second half of the season.
Well, from the Greece heat to the Estonian fast gravel tracks, these men are ready to take on the challenge. The crowds are absolutely enormous here in Estonia as they weave their way through the lines of fans and photographers down in the city of Tartu. Now, they'll be tackling that first stage in just a short while. Between then and now, they'll be heading over the start ramp. That'll happen in just around half an hour's time. Molly, we see it every year, but it is always spectacular to see how many fans. It is literally the whole city out there.
What impresses me is that when we travel around the world, all the Estonian fans that come with us to events in South America, to Japan, to Kenya, and it's when you come here that you actually realize, you know, there's not that many people living in Estonia, you know, under 2 million.
I think it's 1.2 million or something. I think you're
really
right.
Just over the million. Okay, because it just seems as though everybody's got an interest in this and everybody comes out. And Shakedown today, I was amazed driving to the stop line, just so many rows of cars and so many people. So,
and in honesty, they are all here to see what we've billed the hometown hero of Oit Tanak. He's won here in the past. He's had disaster here in the past as well. What can he do from this standpoint? You just saw it. In Greece, he took the first victory of the season for Hyundai. It was a much needed win. This is the Shakedown footage that came in. You spoke to him at the end of Shakedown. What sort of vibe did we get?
well, you know, he was his usual pretty calm self, but he sort of indicated that, you know, it could be a challenge for him this weekend. Okay. Second on the road, you know, that the feeling that he may be getting from the surface might not be the best, because both him and Elfyn were talking about how it wasn't so bad on Shakedown, but that was because many of the P2s had been going through, you know, for a couple of hours already. So it was interesting. He was a little bit sort of apprehensive about the weekend, but he felt strong and he felt like he was coming into this, you know, with that win and with that confidence and with the whole of Estonia behind him.
Yeah,
so.
The usual powerhouse we can expect. Well, should we bill this as an Oit Tanak-Kalle Rovanperä battle for the top spot of the podium? It looks like it might head that way, and to be honest, it needs to head that way for Kalle Rovanperä. If he can make an impression, make an indent on the 2025 season, we're over the halfway mark now. If it's his time to shine, it's this weekend or not at all, I think.
Yeah, for several drivers, you know, like Thierry Neuville as well. He's also got to make a mark this weekend and try and get himself higher up on the overall leaderboard. And, you know, Calle's been quite honest about the fact that it just hasn't been coming together this season. And a lot of that has to do with getting to grips with this new tyre. And that takes a while. And, you know, it's a transition from something that he was used to something completely new. But hopefully now, at a rally, he's won the last 3 editions. You know, he loves coming here, he loves driving here, so I think he'll definitely be a firm contender for a win.
Yeah, well, you said it. He's won here. Tanak's won here. It's actually not been bad for Hyundai as a whole here as well, so it's going to be pretty much an even playing field in terms of, you know, who's been on the podium before, but importantly, what you said is road position. Once again, Elfyn Evans will be opening our road. It's the longest stage of the weekend, is the first stage on Friday morning. Elfyn Evans will be out there tackling that first on the road, but because we don't have Sebastian Ogier here, like you said, it's Ott Tänak second, almost a bit unjust. He should be third on the road, but with that part season of Sebastian Ogier, well, he's got to take what's handed to him.
Yeah, he does, and he's only 12 points behind now. You know, it's really getting close, this gap. You know, we've had points of the season where we've been like, wow, you know, Elfyn's really out in front.
32 at one point.
It was massive, and now it's come down, and I did ask Elfyn about that at Shakedown today, you know, how big or how hard are you going to have to fight to hold on to this? And I think, you know, he really knows that he's got to be on the edge this weekend, but he's also going to have this handicap of being first on the road. So he just has to fight his way through tomorrow and get himself a good road position.
Will the rain come? Will that make it any better? Who knows? That'll all unfold in front of your eyes this weekend. But before we got started, there's been a bit of biathlon training with some of our drivers. So take a look at this.
Basically, we just take a car, do a lot of slalom, some quite fast ones, some very narrow ones, so you need to be careful not to hit the cones. And then we switch to the gun, try to get as many targets as possible, like in biathlon. And then we switch role.
Your elbows need to be on the ground for stability.
Three, 2, 1, go!
It was like driving a minivan in somewhere where it's not meant to.
Driving, I knew it's going to be fast, but I was not expecting this. It was way too fast.
5 minutes. See on võimatud kitsad. Before on the practice, the shooting was much easier than later when you have some adrenaline as well. So yeah, I'm actually a big fan of biathlon. I look more or less every race they do.
Oliver ja Anna-Britta on valmis.
Go!
First I drove the first lap, then she was shooting, and then after we did opposite. I think we did a perfect race together, a good teamwork.
See, very slow.
Yes, nice race. It was scary at first, but I knew I'm in good hands, so it felt safe.
Johanna Talijärv, Grigor Munster.
Keep left. Yes, okay. Right. The crowd is cheering like hell, so it gives you adrenaline, extra boost to hit the next one, but also maybe a bit of stress. So you get 3 right, so you're all excited, and then you miss the 4th one. Good job.
Good job, nice.
Well done.
We won. We did the best shooting and the best driving together, so best cooperation.
Yeah.
Well, every rally has a wild adventure and a perfect tale to finish off the weekend. And Timo Gottschalk, you are on your own wild adventure at the moment. Thank you so much for joining me. Well, first off, to introduce you, you are two-time Dakar co-driver winner, which is an epic performance in itself. But what on earth are you up to?
There's always something besides the motorsport for me, and I was always happy to and enjoying to ride motorbikes like these, and now to combine the rally story with the motorbike adventure we are doing here, it's the best option we have.
So behind us are 15 guys, and you are on a journey which I can see here. You've sort of laid out, you've created your own world adventure. Talk to me about it. You started in Germany a few days ago.
Yeah, we're starting last Saturday in Germany, so we made already 1,700 Ks, half off-road, half on the road. So we want to enjoy also on the dirt tracks, which is really nice here in these countries. And now we are leaving over Sweden back to Germany, and I think at the end we made 10 days with more than 3,000 kilometers.
Okay, you just can't live quietly just for a second, can you?
No, I always need something to do and something with some motorsport and some cars, and it's my passion.
Okay, well, you've been up to Shakedown today already. What have you made of our season so far? What did you make of Shakedown? I mean, Estonia are fast roads. You know how difficult it can be.
Yes, it's really difficult. I was here already 2 weeks ago for planning the tour and checking some locations, and I was also going with the bike over the stages, and I was heavily shocked. I was long time in a co-driver's seat, but that was really something special in Estonia with so fast roads and so narrow between the trees. And on the Shakedown we could see how fast the guys are going in this dense forest, so it was impressive to see, and we're looking forward to tomorrow to see more.
Yeah, I bet you are. Now, you just talked about a long time in the co-driver seat. Obviously, you were in the Asian Pacific Championship as well with Armin Kramer. Talk to me about what's next for you. What challenge, other than getting home, what's your next challenge?
It's hard because I was, like you say, many years in a normal classic rally with reading pace notes, and then I was swapping to the Dakar rally, to the cross-country rallies where we don't have the pace notes. We just have a road book from the organizer. Complete different story, but also big adventure. 2 times winning Dakar now. I think the next one I would like to achieve is winning the World Championship title in the cross-country sport. Okay. And then maybe after this I'm focusing more on this stuff.
Maybe. Just have a sleep after that?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Tell me where on earth you find all of these guys together to come on these wild adventures. How did this start?
No, I was starting 2 years ago a small side business with organizing motorbike travel and motorbike tours like these for more or less big enduro, with having fun in the dirt and on the road. And these guys are just friends and customers, and they liked the idea I had to go to Estonia by bike from Germany, and said, okay, I come with you, let's do it.
Well, I won't keep you anymore, Timo. I'm going to take this off you and let you guys ride off into the sunset. Thank you so much for joining us. Off into the sunset they go, while we head to have a look at some of the co-drives that happened earlier on in Shakedown.
Sheesh. You're crazy, man. Whoa, man. Yo. Whoa. Just whoa. Finished. Man, you liked it? Greg, I love this. A bit of adrenaline? Not a bit.
I mean, it's not normal, you understand? It's not normal for a human being to try this fast. These people are crazy. Yeah, I'm glad to do it. In the passenger seat, you just close your eyes and hope for the best.
And that was amazing. I mean, I thought it would be a cool experience, but honestly, I'm super impressed. I've sat in a Rally 2 car before, but this is a completely different world. I don't think Oit was holding back, so it was a lot of fun.
Paul Aaron there. Paul, I don't think Oit Tanak ever holds back. There's never going to be a day where we go, Oit went a bit slow through there.
No, there's only, what was it, Ogier who said that in Greece? Yeah. He's only got one mode.
And that's flat out. Yeah, well, we will see flat out mode this weekend. I am sure, like you were saying, it's a 12-point deficit between himself and Elfyn Evans. Can he make that up this weekend? It's going to be all guns a-blazing to see if he can achieve that. Now, we also saw that Oliver Solberg was there. We'll have a chat about him in a bit because this is exciting times for Oliver.
It is exciting times, and it's exciting times for everyone, I think, who lives in both Norway and Sweden. You know, everyone is really cheering for him. He's back in, you know, a different way. You know, he's matured a lot. He's got a lot more rallies under his belt. And, you know, from my point of view, watching him this year, he's been in the wrong class. I mean, he has just dominated, and he's been so cool and calm in the car, and he keeps saying, oh, it was nothing special, and he's just been so much faster than everyone else. So if ever there was a moment he was ready for this, it's right now.
And I think exactly what you said. I mean, we had Mads with us in Greece, and he was saying it was sort of a masterclass, that Greece performance. Don't want to build up too much because, you know, the heavy weight of pressure does loom on his shoulders a little bit, whether you would like to think it or not. As soon as you, because I think we saw it, didn't we, in Chile last year, that sort of, sometimes you think it's just maybe something that Oliver does, but actually we did see in Chile it's something that Oliver really wants. So then this also is something he's dreaming of.
It is, and it's not just pressure on him, but it's going to be pressure on some of his teammates, you know, who are more, you know, inexperienced. Look at Sami Pajari, look at especially Taka Katsuta, you know, Oliver coming in, you know, what do they feel about that? And how will they feel if we see some really good times coming from Oliver and some, you know, consistent driving this weekend? Because that's also going to put pressure on them again.
And a lot of media circling around. We all saw Oliver's pre-event test and the preparations that went into it. So take a look at this.
Oliver Solberg is returning to the big league in Estonia behind the wheel of a Toyota Yaris Rally 1 car. Reward for his performances at WRC 2 level, where he leads the championship this year. It'll be his first outing in the senior class since he parted ways with Hyundai at the end of 2022. We caught up with him at a pre-event test in Finland.
I think, you know, it's going to be a fantastic opportunity and just a lot of fun to be able to do Rally Estonia in such a fantastic car. So yeah, dream come true. Everything is different to a Rally 2 car. First of all, the aerodynamics and the speed you can have in some of the corners and the stability the car has is just remarkable. Everything just becomes more, just an incredible, incredible feeling. I was speaking a little bit with Oshie on the phone, you know, a fantastic guy and always super helpful, and he tried to help me, and I tried to ask some questions to learn the team and learn the car and everything. So I feel, you know, he's helped me a lot through this to feel more comfortable and confident. To ask all the drivers as many questions as possible is always a good idea. My goals for the rally, I think, you know, it's pretty simple. First of all, is to finish the rally, get as much experience in the car as possible, get more and more comfortable during the rally. For sure, you know, the goal is to get into it step by step, progress the speed and get confidence back. You know, it's been a while and it's a very different car and very different experience since last time. So definitely, you know, build step by step, come to the finish and have loads of fun.
Most importantly, what we saw there was Oliver jumping as well. Well, the girls down at the start ramp definitely jumping to the beat of Estonia. Talking of jumps, Molly, there are some big ones out there, man-made and regular out there this weekend.
They are, and you know, compared to Finland, this is a flatter rally, but there are some huge jumps out there. And I remember stop-line comments from last time we were here. You know, there were quite a bit of, ow, that kind of hurts. You know, some really hard compressions over these jumps. So they have to brace themselves, these guys.
Yeah, indeed. Well, while the party continues down there, we'll get to the start ramp in a short while. Well, if you've had your head under a rock, then you may not have known. But otherwise, I'm pretty sure you know that the Goodwood Festival of Speed happened last weekend. It was probably the biggest one we've seen, and WRC were there in full representation, and we had some very cool co-drives going on down there as well. So let's check out what happened last weekend.
it's a massive event. Every shape and form of motorsport, automotive is here. Obviously, it's a huge festival, and of course, I think it's very important that WRC is a part of that.
It's good to go to the public and showcase, obviously, what is the WRC about. So here they can see whatever Formula 1 cars, but also the rally cars in action, and it looks pretty spectacular.
The atmosphere is something else. Obviously, you've got the spectators from many different communities of motorsport.
Watching rally, you can watch it on the stage, you can watch it on TV, but experience it from inside is something else. And having the opportunity to share that with a person, it's great.
Very often people are, nervous when they get in the car. But once they get in the seat, when you get going, then they actually sort of like get a bit more relaxed, and after the run they're like really amazed.
Where are we going? Don't very nice, 150!
Well, I'm really excited. It's my first time in a Rally 1 car. I want to see how his footwork is, want to learn from him.
As a driver, you always think, would I brake there? Would I brake before or after? Would I exit that way? But in the end, when you're with a professional, it's really nice to go for a ride and be driven.
All day it's been like a camel in Egypt, giving a ride to everyone. Last ride was worth it, so was nice to enjoy a bit with my wife.
Yeah, I switched position for this event. Nice opportunity thanks to the team, and just enjoying.
Today I'm here at the rally stage. I'm going to be driving with Mr. Katsuta, so that's going to be super special. I can tell you I didn't really sleep much last night. This is one of the best experiences in my whole career, driving cars. It was extremely special.
One day a rally?
One day, definitely.
I think for every driver, one day a rally is always a thought. We see Jos Verstappen at the moment in the ERC. Everybody just wants to give it a go at some point.
Yeah, we'll give it a go, right?
Yeah,
the
no.
two of us, maybe?
Yeah, no one's trusting me with that. Maybe you, Molly, but no one is trusting me. Okay, well, we have around about 7 minutes or so until we get to that start ramp. Molly, this is a big weekend. This is let's say the fastest rally on the calendar. We're sort of erring on the side of caution by saying that this is a very fast rally.
The thing that's great about rallying is that regardless of where we go, there is something unique about it, the challenge. And I love coming here because it's so sort of on the edge stuff. The margins are small. Particular, key is the details that go into setting up these cars. We actually had, Tommy Meadows, who works for the promoter. He was looking at reaction times this morning at shakedown, because at the end of stages this weekend, they can be 20+ K long, and they could differ a tenth or 2 tenths or 3 tenths. And you've got to get that reaction bang on if you want to try and win some stages this weekend. And it's just so close. And it is who feels the most comfortable. Road position, of course, plays in. Conditions, how comfortable are you with the tires? Are you able to push these incredible machines to the limit?
And really interesting as well, Hyundai this weekend, or previous to this weekend, talking about that margin and whether you should stop if you pick up a puncture. Where is the margin between stopping and carrying on? And they've been looking at that because they are going down to the finest of details. What percentage of the stage can you complete where you can stop and change, or whether you can carry on? So every single detail thought of at the fastest of paces. But what is in store this weekend? Let's listen in to the full plethora of stages that are on offer as we head into the rally weekend.
Rally Estonia is the biggest sporting event in the Baltic nations, and this year will be made up of 20 stages, totaling just over 300 kilometres, with the service park located in the city of Tartu. That's where Thursday night's Super Special will take place before the crews head to the forests for Friday stages, which include 2 runs through the 24.3 kilometres of Peipsiare, the longest of the events, where the speedo could be touching 200 kilometres an hour. 9 stages totaling 125 kilometres make up Saturday, where the pace will still be high, but you can throw in some big jumps for good measure. The 11-kilometre Otepää stage will see the cars airborne at regular intervals. On to Super Sunday. Bonus points available for the fastest driver through the 3 stages. Most of the 60 kilometres will be new to the crews, including 2 runs through Kariku. The second of those will be the power stage. More bonus points available. Estonia also means some serious airtime.
The jumps are a bit crazy, I have to say. Unmade also sometimes, but I think it's really nice for pictures and for the sensation anyway.
It's a bit like Finland, where you have a lot of jumps and crests, so you need to place the car before the crest because you know there is a corner behind.
If Oliver Solberg had listened to that advice, maybe he wouldn't have had this unforgettable moment from Estonia 2022 behind the wheel of a Hyundai i20.
You know, jumps is it's what I love to do, you know, to just try a bit extra, risk a little bit extra. And first pass was flat, and then the second pass I was like, it was very rutted, really deep, and I was like, it should be okay, you know. Completely flat, and it bottomed out in a rut. I missed the entry completely, and then when I came to the jump, I was completely off the line, and then I pulled the handbrake doing 200 kph an hour in the air and full steering somehow, and for some reason it went to the left and managed to jump it and then land somehow okay. Outside looks fantastic to me, but the inside was lively.
Somehows for Oliver Solberg in 2022. Will it be a different story this weekend? Now, importantly to note as well is that it's a different setup of stage, sort of the format of stages. We've seen some variations this season, but this is interesting. So we'll see the repeats in the mornings and then different stages in the afternoon with no service in between those stages, no tyre change in between the rerun. And we do know here in Estonia, at least the first run's generally a lot smoother than the second.
It makes things definitely more stressful for the crews, but it makes things also fantastic for the spectators. That means that they can get to a lot of stages during a day and they don't have to sit and wait for hours and hours. So I actually quite enjoy this format, even though I know for the crews it's a bit...
Yeah, so it's going to be a tough format, one of the fastest rallies. There's a lot, like he was saying, each rally of our season has its own characteristics that make it incredibly challenging. And Estonia is one of those for sure that has so many different parts to make up an epic weekend of rallying. Well, we are almost at the start ramp. That sort of signifies the official start of the rally. But of course, we've had shakedown already. Some interesting information coming out of the shakedown, Oliver, pretty fast through there. We sort of saw that battle of Calais and Oit as well.
Yeah, shakedown was great. And also, you know, we saw a clip of it earlier on with these VIP passengers. We had the Prime Minister of Estonia in with Alvin Evans, and he was having a bit of trouble getting the helmet off to chat to me. And then, you know, we had some celebrity singers, and it was great. But yeah, the drivers themselves, they seemed to find it okay going through there. Like we mentioned earlier, there'd been a lot of Rally 2 cars through there earlier on. It got really rutted as well towards the end, which is probably something we're going to see a lot on second passes over the weekend, because there has been a lot of rainfall here in Estonia over the last weeks.
I think importantly to note from what Molly's saying that it's boiling hot today, and the grass just sort of surrounding the service park is like a quagmire. It's heavy with water, so it just shows how much surface water there really is, how much rain has fallen. And we were on the river, not Molly, but I was on the river earlier, and apparently it's normally, I can't remember what he said, but it's at 8 meters now, so it's a lot higher higher than what it should be at this time of the year.
Yeah, and also at Shakedown, Josh McAlean came through and had hit one of the anti-cut blocks.
Okay.
And there are a lot of them out there this weekend. They have to be careful that they know exactly where they are, and that, you know, they're always, you know, it's these details and these fine margins, but it is not good to hit one of them either.
Well, the fast forest roads of Estonia are almost upon us, but tonight it's the super special. It's, as we were saying, just behind the service park here. It's a quick, short blast, just over, it's just under, let's say, the 1.8k mark, isn't it? But it's still very challenging. We've seen problems out on this short, cheeky super special.
We definitely have, and it's one car at a time here this evening at the Super Special, and you know, it can get quite dusty, it can get quite messy, and yeah, like you say, we've seen plenty of drama on Super Specials before, so it's keep it on the road, keep it safe, and then a big day tomorrow.
Well, here is what's in store for the afternoon. So that's us at the 5:15 mark. Then we're heading to that opening ceremony, and then the ceremony will start the stage at 8 o'clock tonight. In terms of what's coming up, I think some big questions about the weather this weekend. Tomorrow looks very, very hot in terms of the heat. Even actually, I was very surprised with what you sent down. We have some information that comes down. Molly wrote saying it was 29 degrees surface temperature, and that was today, quite early on.
It was quite early on, yeah. So the temperatures are going to be super high. I had to go to the shop earlier on and get some more bug spray because when there's been a lot of rain and then the heat comes, these massive giant monsters come out.
Now, Estonia is famed for many things. One of the fastest rallies on the calendar, some of the best Olympians and comparative to the amount of population, and also the size of their mosquitoes.
Yeah, it's some special fly that bites hard that's called pardum or something like that.
They have a name as well. Molly went deep into this. Okay.
Yeah, I've seen, and they are huge. They are, yeah. It's even Estonians are surprised on how big they are. So you need proper bug spray.
Right. Well, if you are heading down, pack your bug spray. We've done our national service for you now. The start ramp on the way for you in a bit. Molly, it's time to talk serious. Who's going to win this weekend?
Oh,
you knew it was coming.
Yeah, I think Oit wants a home win on the board, so I'm going for him.
Okay, all right. Well, who do you think is going to win? We've been talking about it. Is it Oit, Tanak and Kalle Rothenperä? Will Elfyn Evans break up that party? It's going to be a tough challenge for him, but maybe he can do it. It's not going to be the first or the last time someone's made an impression from first on the road.
No, it hasn't. And, you know, when this gap is under 10 points now, you know, when we're coming to a surface that we know that Elfyn loves, we've seen him win in Finland, you know, I mean, maybe he actually finds it comfortable out there tomorrow to be able to push. So it would be fantastic to see and put up a big fight, because it's getting closer and it's getting very exciting for all of us to watch.
It is indeed round 8, and it was important for the Prime Minister of Estonia. He got a co-drive earlier. Molly was talking about it, but how did he feel? Let's have a watch.
To be honest, it was probably the shortest 2 minutes in my life. And also I watch rally on TV, and it's very different because you watch the cars, everything seems almost logical. But from the inside, what Evans was doing, this I even can't imagine. The tempo, the reactions, everything is so awesome. So it's a great thing to be.
I've just been told that was actually Elfyn's fastest run of the morning so far, so you may have a future in co-driving if this job you have now doesn't work out.
I could consider that. For us, rally is quite important sport. As you can see, the fans are gathering. We have more than 50,000 fans going on. We support it from the state side, and for us it's also like a cultural event, because Estonians call themselves sometimes even rally people or rally nation, because of mainly Tanak and Järveoja, but also everybody watches it. And to be honest, all of the Estonians know all the drivers, all the cars, or even the tires. It was very, very fast. If you watch from the TV, you even cannot imagine what's happening. It felt like 15 seconds and it was going like this. So it's an absolute must. He's a very good driver. Thank you.
Well, at least he's smiling at the end of it. Well, we're going to be smiling all weekend with the action that is coming your way. But for now, it's all about the opening ceremony.
but they are important. So please give a warm welcome for the police cars. And first to the stage is Latvian police.
Yeah, here we are then for the opening ceremony in the historic
big Latvian
city
rally crowd here.
of Tartu, alongside the river here.
Thank you, guys.
What can you tell us about the local police cars, Chenny? I think we've
and next, let's welcome to the
come
stage,
over here.
the
We're obviously getting everyone represented. Very well-run event as it is. But generally, are you happy to be back? Been a couple of years. It's been such a welcome addition. What's this now? The 5th time we've been here, isn't it?
Yeah, well, in answer to your first question, not a lot. I've never spent a night in the slammer in Estonia, as they show us their lovely police force doing a wonderful job, I'm sure, this weekend. And more importantly, the rally. Yeah, I'm really pleased to be back. Fast gravel, isn't it? It's going to be exciting. You can't afford to put a foot wrong. I think Elvin's going to be punished quite a lot, and unfortunately in shakedown this morning, cars already gone through the stage by the time the WRC 1 cars, the Rally 1 cars, did their first run. So Elvin hasn't had an idea of what it's like to open the road here. You know, he lost the opportunity in the first run through shakedown. So tomorrow morning will be interesting for him. But you know, I think for sure, as more and more cars pass through, it's going to get quicker and quicker. If you're running towards a back, you've got a massive opportunity here, and yeah, fast-flowing gravel roads. It's brilliant to be back here in Estonia. And I think once you get from sort of Thierry Neuville down, then the road is, you've got a nice, clean line to play with.
It's interesting, yeah, you say that. I spoke to a few of the guys out at there's a remote service out there, a bit closer to the shakedown stage this morning. Yeah, I think the M Sport boys, certainly they were saying, because of how much, I mean, the nature of the surface as it is, you know, we compare it a lot to Finland, the actual surface is quite different, but also that heavy rainfall, they were saying it really has made an impact, because, I mean, it's not just a few days, it's like weeks and weeks or even months of, they've had a pretty damp summer. So they were actually saying they're not sure that they would have much of a road position, but then Thierry Neuville completely contradicted them, actually said, well, look, this heat, as it's coming down now, it is going to dry out.
It is properly hot out there. It's definitely drying out, no question. I think there'll be certain parts of the stage that will dry and will clean an awful lot, but then there'll be other bits that will hold the water, particularly in underneath the trees, and that will work in Elvin Evans' favour. So it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out. Frankly, the two of us sat here trying to speculate on it a couple of days prior isn't going to get us anywhere, but I think what it does tell us is that it's going to be incredibly exciting. There'll be some cases where Elvin won't be so disadvantaged, but for sure, for me, first car on the road, no matter what way you look at it, he is going to be paying a bit of a penalty.
Yeah, and he's done such a good job, as we just watched the organisers thank the hard-working police team that are going to be keeping all the spectators in the right place and safe over the weekend. But yeah, Evans just about to say, done a really good job, hasn't he? The last couple of rallies, was it 4th places in Sardinia and Greece? But yeah, I mean, it's going to make a difference, isn't it? The speed of the rally here, is that? I mean, is that really going to count against him as well compared to those 2 rallies we just had?
Potentially, yeah. I mean, look, he'll have to get. He's got. The thing that Elvin's got is this experience. He's so experienced, isn't he? And you know, he's had plenty of time in the seat. And for me, no question, Elvin Evans will be, as long as he applies the same attitude he has done in Portugal, Sardinia and Greece, he'll be there or thereabouts.
And I'm ready to see what Estonia has to offer.
Great. We're going to start off with the first rally cars. And for the audience as well, it's going to be something we haven't done in Rally Estonia before. We're going to get the guys to come as groups.
Okay.
And we're going to start. Eesti publik, võtke väga soojalt vastu Eesti meestega. 5 Eesti rallisõitjat on kohe tulemas lavale, alustades seda seltskonda Joosep Ralf Nõgene ja Alex Lesk.
Got to say, Chenny, WRC2, I don't want to interrupt these hard-working organising guys on stage too much, but big opportunity for a lot of the WRC2 runners this weekend.
Can I ask you a question in English first?
Hello, Josep. Welcome to Estonia. So, Josep, how is everything feeling after shakedown this afternoon?
Yeah, actually, really good. A lot better than I expected. So, yeah, I think it's a good baseline to build on this weekend.
Okay. How are the nerves?
Yeah, I'm nervous. It's like pretty much the first proper rally with this car. So, but yeah, I try to stay calm and I think everything will go well.
Okay.
Eesti sõitjatega, räägime eesti keeles ka, eks ole, Joosep. Vaatame, kontrollime ära, mulle ikka meeldib Eesti sõitjat teha. Palju siin Joosepi
fänne? Just picking up from your point, PK, about the big guns from WRC2. They're not here this weekend, and in those you'd include Oliver Solberg, who's in a Rally 1 car. Johan Rossell, Gus Greensmith. As you said, it opens the door massively for somebody who hasn't previously been on the top step of the WRC to be there. And when you look down the order, you can't help but kind of notice you've got the likes of Robert Vierves, who I think will absolutely be there at home, incredibly quick. He's had a difficult start to the year, but he'll be there or thereabouts. Georg Linnemey, I'm sure, as well. So there's plenty of talent, local talent as well, including this young man, who will be there or thereabouts. And I think we're going to have a brilliant battle on our hands. And for the likes of Vierves, as I said, struggled a bit this year so far, hasn't he? He's got a point to prove in that Skoda, and to do it at home would be even better.
Yeah, and the likes, of course, of Roy Jurgensen, reigning junior champion.
Yeah.
He could be fun to watch there in the M Sport Run Fiesta. Real big opportunity. Finished 5th as well last time out. Didn't rom it.
There's a blast from the past.
Oh yeah, Egon Cow. Another
competed in what was the JWRC right back in the junior days when it was first run as a full Fiesta Championship.
Sammy's going to ask you.
Just pipped to the post by Craig Breen at the final stage in Rally GB.
Seasoned. You're well used to these Estonian roads. Is there any stage in particular you're looking forward to this weekend?
Well, I can always look forward to Peipsi, which is tomorrow morning, so it's always a nice wake up on Friday morning.
Egon, eesti keeles saame jätkata. Mis selle Peipsiga siis erilist on?
Yeah, that is fun to see Egon Cow as well, isn't it? And the other name, I'm sure we're going to see him shortly, is, of course, Nikolai Gryzin. We talked about him a lot, haven't we, over the last few rounds of this really fascinating tactic he's making with really back-ending the season in terms of his nominated rounds. It seems crazy to say, but this weekend is only going to be his 2nd point-scoring round. And look at, as you say, all the big guns, your Solbergs, your Rossell, your Greensmiths, none of them here. Massive opportunity for Nikolai Gryzin. He's pretty much going to be scoring points now at almost, I think all but one of the second half of the season.
Yeah, you have to put Nikolai, based on the performance that we've seen so far this year, at the top of the list, wouldn't you? Again, I don't think he's going to get all his own way from the likes of Vierves and Linnemey. And maybe even Egon Cow. Again, they've all got the home local knowledge, haven't they? But Nikolai Gryzin has been so good this year, and a perfect point-scoring opportunity. And he has to, frankly, PK, he's got to make it count for his championship campaign.
Yeah, Georg Linnemey just talked about it. Of course, we weren't here last year, but it was part of the ERC,
first in English.
Which Georg excitingly
am I
won.
pronouncing it correctly?
Yes.
Yay! So what I really want to know is how special is it to compete here in front of an Estonian audience?
I mean, it's obviously super special. I think we have the best rally fans in the world, so...
yeah, I think so.
And that's not only true here, but everywhere, every event in the world. I think I see so many Estonian flags, so yeah, it's really, really special.
Beautiful, lovely.
Georg, me saame jätkata eesti keeles. On seda raja äärest näha ka, seda Eesti lippude merd siis? Jõuad sa jälgida seda?
Yeah, absolutely. Selles mõttes,
yeah, Georg, that was quite some victory. We talked about it a bit before, but if he could replicate that performance from last year, it's quite a lot of the look down as you say, down the WRC2 standards. A lot of them have been here a few times because, of course, it's been always around the European Championship. A lot of even the WRC, the Rally 1 guys have been here, haven't they, over the years, even before we started coming in the WRC back in 2020.
Yeah, it's a great point. It's a rally that actually a lot of the drivers know because, as you said, we've only been coming here from a WRC perspective from 2020, but prior to that, lots of the teams used to come here as a warm-up event for Finland. Similar kind of roads in terms of pace as Robert Vierves comes onto the stage. But yeah, I think a lot of the drivers do know, and because of the way the rules are, you can actually start competing on... Somebody texted into Bex earlier. You can actually start competing on closed road events, on closed events from the age of 8. So, you know, we saw Oliver Solberg, not stages necessarily, but we saw Oliver Solberg and those guys coming over here and starting their rallying career.
I just want to know
so
how
lots of people
important
know
it
these
feels to you
stages.
to be competing in front of an Estonian crowd this weekend.
Yeah, hello. It's obviously very, very special to drive in front of local fans. I see there's a lot of them already here, and I know they are very passionate rally fans, so obviously it's very special.
Brilliant.
Robert, kuidas ettevalmistus on läinud või kuidas sa oled valmistunud?
Yeah, it's certainly going to be he's going to be fun to watch this weekend. Is Virves.
Oleme saanud mõned päevad testi teha ja
yeah, you mentioned that I mean, he had finished last season so strongly, didn't we? He had a couple of podiums in Poland and then excitingly Greece. It was a really fight down to the wires between him and Sami Pairi. But yeah, this year just really not getting the rub of the green and mistakes creeping in. He's normally such a consistent driver, which is strange to see.
Yeah, we've seen some... It's been, no question, it's been a difficult start to the year. Go and ask him that, he'll tell you it. But these are the sort of roads that he prefers. He likes the real fast stuff as well, PK. That's where, again, he's been growing up rallying in Estonia, right? So, again, fast-flowing roads. I think we'll see Robert Virves right there, and I do rate him. It's great to see that Top Sport and Skoda have given him an opportunity and a chance this year. Has he done enough? I don't know. But I think he certainly needs to get his season going properly now.
So now we got the full quota of Estonian rivals who we're expecting to be scrapping for top honours this weekend. Then with Robert Jürgensen joining up.
You are stepping up. I'll hold it. You're okay. You're stepping up to WRC2 in front of a home crowd this weekend. Does that add to the pressure, or is it a good thing?
I mean, for sure, it's a little extra pressure, but I think when you're a rally driver, you have to cope with the pressure, so it's all good.
Good man yourself.
Romet eesti keeles ka, ma juba korra küsisin, kui Media Cruise oli, et sul
It's great as well, isn't it? Still see the Fiesta running up there, of course. I guess it's fair to say it doesn't quite have the same development that we see with the new Toyota and the new developments of the homologations of the Skoda, but it's still great to see that Fiesta up there competing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's no slouch. It's a quick horse, the Fiesta. It's been around for a long, long time, hasn't it? Uses a platform back in the Super 2000 days, and we've seen it just constantly develop from there, and John Armstrong's been competing in the ERC, and we see it obviously used in the British Championship, the Irish Championship as well, and it's running right at the business end. I think you're right, we've seen Skoda perhaps put a little bit more R&D and development recently into the Fabia. We have seen that, and we know how good the Yaris is as well, but for sure we have an awful lot to thank the Fiesta platform and M Sport for in this category, no question about that, in the support categories in the World Rally Championship, and Romet for sure will be there or thereabouts this weekend as well.
Yeah, of course, another reminder that he's a FIA Rally Star graduate as well. It shows how successful that innovation's been over the last couple of years. Well, it's going to be fun to watch, isn't it? These Estonians going at it. And will we have a fight at the front? From the Rally 1 cars as well, obviously, with Mr. Tanak hoping to continue that winning run from a few weeks ago.
WRC2, Christian.
So to go on, then we have, after the WRC2 cars, we have the teams coming on the stage.
Yes, that'll be exciting to talk to the teams, see how they're all feeling after shakedown today.
So we have, M Sport, Toyota and Hyundai all coming together.
Wow. That's amazing.
It is crazy, I know. So DJ, can we turn up the music?
Yeah, it takes a bit of choreographing, doesn't it, getting all these rally cars off the stage and on the stage. I've got to say, I've been down there, maybe not for the start ramp, but the finish ramp. It's a really fantastic setup they have down here, right in the heart of Tartu. This is the Estonian second city. You get a couple of hours drive up from Tallinn. But yeah, I mean, right from the get-go, it was difficult the first year. We still obviously very much COVID affected in 2020, but the
asked to come to the stage,
fans
the next
really out in force.
You're all ready? Let's welcome Mikko Heikkilä, Christian Demonen.
I suspect we might see a finish line up now after we've seen the Estonians. Of course, Heikkilä, former Finnish national champion.
Yeah, Mick.
It's always a sort of happy hunting ground for these guys. We talk a lot about it, Chenny, don't we? It often gets, you know, understandably so compared to Rally Finland, the rally, I mean. But there are some differences. It's certainly not, you know, a carbon copy, is it?
Mika, how many fans do you know you have here in Estonia?
Sorry, can you repeat?
How many fans do you have in Estonia?
I don't actually know, but nice to see so many people here, so thank you for all.
Mika, it's not your first time in Estonia. How special is Rally Estonia for you?
Yeah, quite nice event. I have done this 2 times last year also, and I have been always enjoying the roads and the atmosphere, so I'm looking forward.
Have you set yourself a goal for the weekend as well?
I don't tell any result goals, yeah, but of course my target is pretty high, so let's see what we can do.
Have a great rally, Mikko. Thank you. Drive over there and then walk back
major
here.
Differences, Chenny, between Estonia and Finland?
Not as many jumps to start with. I mean, Finland's obviously full of jumps and crests, isn't it? I think the speeds are similar. The surfaces are slightly different. Perhaps a little bit more technical in places here in Estonia as well. We'll see that, you know, the stages have got lots of really fast-flowing sections, and then you'll duck deep into the forest, and it'll be quite technical. But in terms of the actual outright speed and average speed across the weekend, very similar to Finland in that respect. Less jumps, slightly different surface, as you mentioned, and I think in some cases, just a little bit more technical as well.
Yeah, a couple of the guys this morning, you're talking about the jumps. There are actually quite a lot. Well, not maybe so many as Finland. What a lot of the guys said this morning is how big they are, and the fact that they're man-made a lot of the time.
That's the problem.
Can be quite painful.
Yeah, so they're man-made, which makes them kickers almost. Yeah. And you really have to prepare your body for it because they're.
You're quite close to home here. How are you feeling before you go into Rally Estonia this weekend?
Yeah, it's always a pleasure to be here. So passionate fans, and rally roads are really, really nice. So yeah, it's always pretty nice to be here.
And how's the car feeling after shakedown?
Yeah, actually everything's feel good. The feeling with the car is okay, and yeah, we are ready also the crew. So that's the main important thing, and it should be quite okay weather for a weekend. So I think it's going to be a nice rally.
Brilliant. And what's the plan for this weekend? Are we out for a bit of fun, or are we going full tilt?
Of course, we are trying to push for the podium, but yeah, not to say that we try to push the win, but at least the podium is the target.
Now, I've heard that you guys from Finland are very cool, calm and collected. Is that true, or do you get a little worked up before the competition?
Yeah, it's quite similar roads here, but so yeah. It's a bit like adventures for this rally, but at the same time, it's completely different. So it's really hard to say it's okay here.
Okay, well, wishing you very best of luck this weekend. The fans here seem to have a lot of time for you.
Yeah, thank you everyone, and head rally kõigile.
Yeah, please stay on the stage for the group picture
good stuff
as well.
from Sammy there, chatting to Larry Uni. But coming back to your point, PK, about the man-made jumps, they tend to be kickers, but they drop away. We've seen that here, you know, so you hit the jump, but the road drops right away, so the landing's very, very heavy, and you're quite right, the co-drivers in particular have to prepare for that. If they're looking down at the notes and they don't prepare themselves, very easy to get winded or to hurt their backs in some cases. So, yeah, the jumps that are here can be quite brutal.
Yeah.
Because in Finland, they're just kind of natural flowing, aren't they?
Exactly the word that Oit used, just the more flowing nature.
If I can ask you to come and join me here.
I think the Otterbar stage, particularly on Saturday.
I think the warm weather suits you, I think, yeah? You're used to the warm weather.
Yes, to be honest, yes. We are really happy to be here, enjoying this beautiful country, beautiful roads. So, yeah, just looking forward for the race.
How similar are Estonian roads compared to, like, the South American roads? I know you're in Kodasur series, you're current leader right now.
No, it's completely different, to be honest. I think the Estonian roads are much nicer, much faster. So, yeah, we will need to buckle up quite tight and, yeah, try to enjoy and push during the weekend.
Have you set a goal for yourself as well for this weekend?
Yes, first of all, try to have some speed and enjoy, and try to be on the podium.
Best of luck, and please enjoy the rally. Thank you. Fabrizio, you can stand over there when we ask to come on the stage. The last car before we take the picture. So please welcome to the stage, Nikolai Gryazin, Konstantin Alexandrov.
Yeah, Fauzadovar we just saw there. Again, I think he's the only non-nominated Rally 2 car of the weekend, but as I just mentioned, this man, Top Sports, Nikolai Gryzin, very much is so.
Yeah, for me, he's favourite for WRC2 victory this weekend. You just can't look beyond him. Experience, he's quick, knows what he's at, and he's had lots of seat time in that car.
Don't know if we'll be able to hear it. Lots of support there, Nikolai. Tell me, how confident are you feeling ahead of the stages tomorrow?
It's quite confident because I started career in this area, so I cannot say that I know the stages well, but the profile is more common for me. So I'm planning to enjoy.
No, it's no secret that you're very fast on gravel roads like this. So I'm guessing that this is really going to suit you.
Yeah, I will say it suits me, but for sure there's also a lot of local drivers who will be fighting with us. So let's hope for the good fight. I hope nobody will have any issues, no punctures, and we will enjoy the whole rally.
And is the car going right and everything sitting okay? You're happy after shakedown?
Yes, shakedown went well, and also the testing, everything was nice. So I feel like one piece with the car.
That's brilliant. I wish you the very best of luck this weekend.
Thank you once more. And guys, you can take the group picture now. Please stand in front of the first car and smile for the photographers. Just take a row.
Yeah, there's another example that Nikolai's just saying, Chenny, that so many of the guys, the likes of Oliver and Calais, really did come out here, didn't they, at a very, very young age, and we're talking about, like, you know, as kids, to start their careers.
Yeah, the organising body in Estonia allow that, you know, so there was times when the lads were rallying, but they didn't actually have a driving licence, so they weren't able to drive on the road section, so they had to make sure their co-driver was old enough to drive the car and had a driving licence, so they'd swap at the end of the stage, a co-driver jump in, drive the road section, and then they jump back in themselves because, you know, they could compete but couldn't drive legally on the road. So that's why we see so much talent coming out of Estonia as well, and why we see so many drivers coming over to Estonia to cut their teeth over here, because you can do it.
And generally, I mean, the popularity of the sport over here, obviously we talk about Tanak, but I mean, it's really since the Marco Martin days, isn't it? I mean, that was really when he started having those huge battles, that famous Finland win. I think that's when it really started to capture the imagination, didn't it, of this next generation? Yeah,
there's no question that you're absolutely right. Marco Martin and I think Ott Tanak have done an awful lot for rallying in the local region, haven't they, and for the country as well. And Ott is a superstar over here, and quite rightly as well. So you know, the sport has just grown and grown. There's absolutely, I was having this discussion with somebody earlier, there's no lack of fans in the World Championship. There's absolutely no lack of fans in rallying, is there? And great to see so many fans turning up and lining the stages here this weekend in Estonia.
To the teams. So, next up, let's welcome to the stage Roope Korhonen, Anssi Viinika.
Yeah, more of our talented Finnish contingents. Roope Korhonen started so strongly, didn't it, this season? A couple of really eye-catching runs in the ERC, but he's just had a couple of little errors creeping in since then.
I know it's not your first time here. How exciting it is to drive in Estonian roads?
Yeah, this is my third time here, so a lot of good memories, but yeah, I really like these roads, fast gravel roads. So,
are they really similar to Finnish roads? Do you feel like home?
Of course, some places is quite similar, but some places quite different.
And what bar have you set for yourself for this weekend? What's the place you want to be when the race is over?
Let's see. Of course, podium is our target.
Best of luck to Roope Korhonen.
They won the WRC 3 class 2 years ago. Last time we were here, that was on the way to winning the title that year. And he'll certainly be another one who could do some damage this weekend, won't you, Chenny?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, there's no question. Roope is incredibly quick. A lot of talent there. As you said, still allowing those mistakes to creep in. But that comes with experience, doesn't it? And I know that Roope he's been here a good few times before, knows the roads well, and he'll be looking for a strong result this weekend. It's going to be a great fight. I mean, just look at the talent that's coming onto the stage in the WRC2 category this weekend. And you have to say, they're all much of a muchness in terms of pace as well, so I think we're going to have a real battle.
Yeah, Tauki Kauppinen, another really young star.
Well, Tuukka, this is your first time tackling Estonia in this particular car. How's the confidence?
Yeah, first time, and feeling is very good. And yeah.
Is it as fast out there as it looks?
Yeah, it's very fast road, but I like it.
But you're from Finland, so surely this gravel roads suit you?
Yeah, a little bit different, but
okay.
Fast road.
And what's the plan for the weekend? Are we going full tilt, or are we just out for a bit of fun?
Maybe top 5. It's very good and possible, and I ride.
Okay, well, wishing you the very best of luck, Tuukka, this weekend. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Guys, please take a
The
picture.
top 5 is absolutely doable for Tuukka Kauppanen this weekend. Again, as you said, PK, another young man who's incredibly quick and a lot of talent there, and so young too. You know, has a bright future. Stood right there on that stage.
Yeah, famously won the, became the youngest winner, didn't he, of the Arctic Rally, back on the snow, aged 18, beating Kalle Rovanperä, no less, that weekend. But yeah, I mean, is this perhaps a reason why we're not seeing, I know Oliver's obviously made the step up to Rally 1, is this another factor, actually, when you think about the likes of Gus and Rossell, these sort of guys, think, do you know what, I don't really fancy taking on some of those locals on home turf, because with all the Estonians and all the Finns, it's so much more competitive, isn't it, than your average gravel event?
I think that's a hard one to answer.
I just suddenly popped in my head then. Sorry to throw that on you. Let's text Gus and ask him.
Yeah, well, we can do. Yeah, I think it's a hard one to. He'll be watching the final ping any minute, but I think yes, that probably comes into it. But also they have to look at the rounds that they know they're going to score on, not necessarily where other people are going to be. Because I think if you did that, you'd potentially be on the back foot in Finland as well. So I think it's more you make the decision between the two. And
one of the two, yeah.
And exactly, which of the fast ones do you go for, Estonia or Finland? And they've probably got, certainly Gus, for example, would have more experience of Rally Finland than he would of Rally Estonia. So I think that's what comes into it, more so than looking at what other people are doing.
Yeah, so here we go then into the Rally 1 class. Great to see Martin Sess continue his outings in the Rally 1 Puma this year.
I saw the shakedown, Martins. It was crazy. It was like we were being in Latvia, not in Estonia. Did you see it, all the flags?
Yeah, of course, because we have the best fans.
That's debatable. Martins, how good are you feeling towards Rally Estonia this weekend?
Well, of course, Rally Estonia this weekend is like our home race. So that's why Latvian flags. That's why kind of Latvian livery. So yeah, really enjoying this weekend so far, and we hope for really nice weekend.
I know the fans love the smile you have every time you finish a stage. Are you be able to keep that towards the Rally Estonia this year as well?
Well, let's see. So far, I feel that, but you know, with all the support and everything, it should be a really great weekend. And of course, when it's a great weekend, great feeling, you have a big smile.
Martins, best of luck to you. Thank you. Please stay on the stage because we're going to take the team picture as well.
A lot of expectations on this young man, isn't there, Chenny? And difficult to rebuild his confidence after what's been a tricky couple of outings.
Joshua McAlern.
And Ian Tracy.
But yeah, certainly from the pace that we saw from Martins in Poland, and obviously on his home rally, I think because of those runs he had, there is a lot of expectation on him.
Yeah, we read it before, didn't we? We said, look, you cannot judge this young man on what we've seen of him competing on his home events in Latvia.
Would you please join Sammy over there?
And that has come to fruition, hasn't it? So
get over here.
Let's see how Martins can get on. He knows these roads well, so let's see how Martins can do.
What's the crack?
How are you?
You take that there then. So here. What I want to know, Josh, is how confident you're feeling after shakedown today.
You can tell me. You were in the car for the last run, so...
So just explain to everyone, I did a passenger ride today with Josh, first time ever in a rally car, and I still haven't recovered. Are you usually that calm going 190k sideways at a corner, Josh?
No, it's been okay. It's been a nice shakedown, and yeah, it's nice to be back in Estonia with these fans, and yeah, it's going to be a proper show this weekend, and it's already started, so let's get the show underway.
Let's get it on the way. As I was going to ask you, you've come from a wee village in Ireland all the way to Estonia. You're competing in front of this amazing crowd. How does that feel?
Yeah, it's going to be crazy, but the speed's going to be high this weekend. It's going to require a lot of confidence. There's a lot of quick boys here at the top of the World Championship, so this man included. So it's going to be a proper speed, proper commitment, and good fun.
No bother to you, Josh. Last question. So we have two Irish lads here together making a team. You obviously work very well together. What I want to know is it an added pressure that you're really, really flying the flag for Ireland, or does that make it easier?
No, it makes it easier. It's nice to obviously flying the flag for Ireland after obviously Craig being in the World Championship. So it's nice to be back here, and I know there's a lot of fans here as well. So let's keep the flag flying.
Brilliant. Well done, Josh, and the best of luck this weekend.
Yeah, and let's ask to come to the stage the third
going to be a fun one for Josh as well, and a tough one. I think it's like so many drivers, only been here twice before. And we should say happy birthday to Josh as well, shouldn't we? 26 yesterday. There's the third of our M Sport Pumas joins the stage. Greg Munster, Louis Luca. Also, just with a couple of Estonia entries.
Gregor, how do you feel before the race?
Yeah, great atmosphere. Exactly the same as in 2023, maybe even more. So good to see so many people here.
So how was Shakedown? What did you learn?
That the stage are fast. No, quite different than what we had in Greece, but yeah, amazing roads. Just want to get at it.
And you were driving Estonian artist Nublu as well on the Shakedown. How was he?
Yeah, I think he enjoyed it. Maybe a bit scared, I don't know. He was hanging tight to his seatbelt. But yeah, great experience to share that with him.
Have a great weekend, Gregor.
Thank you very much.
And guys, let's take a team picture as well. So come,
I think crucially for the M Sport boys, Chenny, I mean, not one of them have done this event in a Rally 1 car, which does make a difference, doesn't it? I mean, a lot of the subject of talking points, certainly with Greg and Josh, is the difference you get with that aero on a rally like this. It's such a big learning curve, isn't it, for all of them?
Yeah, absolutely. But once you've got a feeling of what the aero's doing, you're quite right, PK. They're completely different to WRC2 machinery, and you really do on a fast rally notice the downforce, the downforce is activated by the aero packages on the car, and of course you're really using that on a fast rally. But once you've got your head around that, you very, very quickly settle into a rhythm with it, and I suspect that is where Josh and Gregoire are now. We saw Josh coming through the first run of Shakedown this morning, and he was there or thereabouts, you know. Gregoire was a little bit tricked by the amount of, caught out by the amount of grip he had to play with, and got to the end and went, yeah, it was a disaster. I had way more grip to play with than I should have done. Than I thought I had, rather, so he wasn't particularly quick through that first run, but yeah, I don't think it's an issue. These guys will, once you've felt the way the downforce works and what it's going to do, it's very progressive as well. You know, it doesn't just suddenly snap away. I think these guys will be absolutely fine with that.
Yep, it's all part of the learning experience for all of them, but certainly going to be great to see how they get on this weekend. Such a big field again, isn't it, with the three M Sport Pumas, and of course basically Oliver Solberg stepping in to replace Seb Ogier, of course, who was competing so strongly the last couple of rounds. I think the original plan, wasn't it, was for Oliver to do Finland, and then Seb decided he was going to do Finland. Yeah. So saw Petter and Pernilla, the had said it was a little bit last minute, but yeah, great to see the full quota of 5.
I think it makes sense as well for Seb to do Finland, because he'll potentially have a better road order in Finland, and you know, everybody wants to win Rally Finland. Doesn't matter how many times you've won it before, you want to win it again. So yeah, I think it was the right decision to put Oliver in the car here in Estonia, and Seb for Finland.
Yeah, what an opportunity it is for him. First time back in the car. Obviously, he had a few runs, didn't he, in the Hyundai famously a couple of years back. I mean, we give him a bit of a hard time for it. He did get some impressive results as well. It was always going to be an understandable roller coaster of results when you first get into the car. But yeah, really, really huge opportunity for the WRC2 Championship leader.
Definitely a fan favourite here. You're very welcome. So you said that this GR Yaris was the coolest thing you've ever driven after testing it out in Finland. Is that still your opinion?
It's the best thing I've ever done in my life. You know, the car is incredible, and it's like we say in Sweden. You know, it's like you know, iron thing, you know? It's just stuck. And, yeah, just incredible, incredible.
Okay, and after a bit of time away from the top level, you're back now. So are you in it to win it, or are you out for a bit of fun?
I'm not sure yet. We will see tomorrow morning, but I think, you know, first of all, finish, have a good result, and enjoy it with a big, big smile. That will not be a problem. And then, you know, take stage by stage, do my best, and you never know what is possible.
You never know. Is there any particular stage out there you can't wait to sink your teeth into?
You know, I love jumps, so maybe Utapa is a fantastic stage to do. I think that could be quite cool. It's a stage I know very well, so yeah.
A bit of airtime sounds all right.
Airtime. And I want to jump with this car because it goes a bit up, you know?
Oh.
So you can just go, woo.
Woo. Looking forward to that. Well, wishing you the very best of luck this weekend, Oliver.
Thank you.
Thank you, Oliver. You can drive over there and then walk back to the stage. We're going to take your team
as we
picture as
mentioned
well.
before, all that experience is going to be invaluable. I mean, 6 times he's competed
the guy
here.
standing over there.
Oliver.
Doesn't need to set the world on fire this weekend, though, PK. You know, just don't bend the car, don't stick it in the trees. Get it to the end. We all know how good Oliver Solberg's pace is. You know, he's naturally so quick. And he'll get his time quite rightly in the Rally 1 car. So just enjoy this weekend, get it to the end. No one's going to think any less of him if he finishes 6th, 7th, 8th. You know, in fact, that would be a reasonable result. I think the top 6, considering the competition and experience around him.
Sami Päivärinta.
Sami, have you gotten used to the Rally 1 car by now?
I hope a little bit more. Still first time in Estonia with this one, so not too familiar, but hoping to have a good time.
Is it really that fast, the Estonian Rally? All the drivers are saying this.
Oh, well, yeah, it is. I must say, it's really, really high speed.
Even with especially with the Rally 1 car?
Especially, yes, with this one.
So have you set a goal for yourself for this weekend as well?
Not too much. I'm just trying to have a, let's say, enjoyable rally. Normally, this is really, really cool rally to drive, but of course, the competition is really tough, and it's not going to be easy, but just trying to do my best and have a good time.
Sami, best of luck to you. Thank you.
One thing I can tell you, PK, is that Sami Päivärinta will not want to be beaten by Oliver Solberg this weekend. And the one person that Oliver Solberg, well, the 2 people that Oliver Solberg will be desperate to beat this weekend will be Sami Päivärinta and Takamoto Katsuta. There's a bit of pressure on Taka this weekend, I think. You know, he's got to outperform these 2 young guns with less experience in the seat of the car. And Oliver will want to beat Sami and Taka.
Yes, Sami, never quite feel like we're seeing the absolute maximum from Sami this year, because quite often he doesn't want to get involved with his teammates' championship fight. He keeps ending up sort of 7th place or thereabouts because, you know, he has shown the pace, but then he sort of seems to back off a little bit when we get towards the finish.
It's a long-term strategy, isn't it, PK? You know, he's been told, don't bend the car, get it to the end of the rallies, get the seat time. So Sami, I think you're quite right, has been driving at 90% throughout the year.
But on these sort of roads, I mean, this is where he really should be.
Exactly, and if you drive at 90% on these roads, you'll just get dropped. Everybody else will be so much quicker. So this is going to be a really exciting weekend rallying, because unless you're on it,
I have come to learn in my very short time at rallying is that the crowd absolutely love you.
Thank you.
Look at this. Can you feel that love and support when you're out on the stages and under pressure?
Yeah, I'm very happy to be back in Estonia. This is one of my favorite rally, and yeah, Estonian fans are always very nice. I have a very, very good friend from Estonia who is Oito Tanak. He's also thank you. And yeah, we know that how Estonians are like very kind and nice, and you know, I'm enjoying a lot in Estonia. So hopefully this year we enjoy even more and try to get a good result in here.
Okay, and let's get to the car. How's the car feeling after shakedown? You confident?
Yeah, it's been good. So just try to get more speed and go flat out tomorrow.
Okay, and finally, what I want to know is your co-driver. He's from Ireland, isn't he? Tell me the truth now. Can you understand that thick Irish accent, or are you just pretending sometimes?
Yeah, not really understanding, so...
just to keep flat. Even he says slow jump, I just keep flat.
He says slow down and you go faster.
This is how it works. So, but I think everybody love it, so I just keep flat always.
Fair play to the two. So we're wishing you the very best of luck this weekend, lads. Thanks.
Yeah, Aaron Johnson from
Let's welcome to the stage
in Ireland. And we all thought it was an odd pairing when they got together, but Aaron has been very, very good to Taka, and likewise. And Aaron's got a job on his hands this weekend to keep Taka's head in the right place, because, like I said, he doesn't want to get beat.
Well, yeah, it's quite close. Of course, yeah, I've been living in Estonia a few years, so actually now, after a while, it feels like coming to my second home. So yeah, it's nice to be back, and yeah, it's nice to see you all.
How much Estonian do you know?
Not much.
So, Kalle, are you unbeatable this weekend as well?
Well, you never know before it starts, but of course this year hasn't been so strong for us. But of course now we try to turn it around and try to be on our level where we should be.
And where are the Finnish rally fans? I can see the flags over there. Make some noise for Kalle.
At least few.
Thank you, Kalle.
Yeah,
please stay on the
can't quite
stage
see it from the baseball cap, but he's had a bit of a lethal buzz cut as well a couple of days ago. But yeah, it's going to be fascinating, isn't it? He really needs to reignite that championship fight. 33 points behind halfway through the season, Chenny, for Kalle.
Yeah, I think if Kalle can't get it that switched on these super fast roads, it's going to be difficult for the remainder of the year. But somebody asked me earlier on, do you think he can? And I said, yeah, absolutely. I think Kalle Rovanperä is going to be right there this weekend. And people have been talking about an Oik-Tänak-Kalle Rovanperä fight.
So what I want to know, is there anyone here from Wales? Well, it doesn't sound good.
It doesn't sound like there's many.
But I'm sure you've got lots of support from back home. How is the car feeling after shakedown, Elvin?
Yeah, everything's feeling pretty okay. Obviously, it's nice to be back on these types of roads after some more technical gravel rallies. So, yeah, looking forward to it.
And is it as fast out there as people are saying it is?
I'd say so, yes.
Yeah, tough going. So, do you know what I want to know is, do you have any pre-competition rituals? Do you have a pair of lucky socks you wear, a poem? No, just concentration, head straight into it.
Something like that. No, nothing special at all.
What's the game plan for tomorrow? Are you going full tilt from the start?
Yeah, we definitely have to try. I think you know, that first stage of the loop is pretty tricky. It's all in the trees, very narrow. So you definitely have to be awake, definitely have to be on your best, and we obviously want to try and do that from the start.
No bother, Elvin. Well, wishing you the very best of luck this weekend.
Thank you so much. And guys, take a team picture as well.
Yes, Elvin Evans, Chenny, he's been leading the championship now pretty much all the way through the season so far, hasn't he?
As well.
Obviously 9 points up on Ogier, who's not here, 12 points up on Tänak. I mean, we've steadily seen that lead whittled away. And again, it's going to be tough for him this weekend, isn't it? I mean, he may still be leading by the end of this weekend, but you'd imagine.
He's had a brilliant start to the year, PK. Both himself, only Oik-Tänak and Elvin Evans have completed every single stage so far this year.
Great stuff.
And that's a brilliant statistic for Elvin Evans. Just goes to show the consistency that's been there, hasn't it? And also, I think, look, he had a brilliant start to the year, built up that massive lead. Everybody who knows this sport knew that lead was going to come right down. I think Elvin's done a superb job in Portugal, Sardinia and Greece. He could be in a much, much worse position than he is. It's going to be difficult for him out on the road this weekend. For sure.
Well, fourth place last couple. What's his best case scenario? Would you guesstimate coming into it? Smoother rally, less
just keep doing what he's been doing. Yeah. I'm not answering the question on such a difficult rally like this. Yeah. And when you're open the road, when the speeds are so high, it can go wrong very, very, very quickly. You know, I just think Elvin's just got to keep doing what he's doing, just keep digging away, and. It's going to be a fascinating second half of the season, though, PK.
Yeah, we've still got this run of gravel rounds to go, haven't we? Still got Finland waiting in the wings. They're now South American doubleheader, of course, Paraguay joining Chile. That's a complete unknown quantity.
And don't discount Sebastian Ogier yet. You know, he's so good, and we'll wait and see what Seb chooses to do for the remainder of the year, but I don't think we should discount him. And, of course, Oik-Tänak and Kalle Rovanperä. This championship's still wide open, I promise you.
Yeah, the one man who's really playing catch-up, of course, is the defending champion, Thierry Neuville, we're going to see shortly.
Let's ask him to join us on the stage. Hyundai Shell Mobis World Rally Team. Adrien Formeau, Alexandre Correa.
What about Adrien Formeau, Alex Correa then, Chenny? Obviously, they got back to podium-winning form, which was great to see in Greece. So what are they like on this sort of super fast gravel? It's a difficult one for them in terms of experience. They have been here 4 times, actually, but again, not that many times at the sport's top level.
Yeah, I think Adrien, first and foremost, the pace is definitely there. I think he's been battling his own internal battles the last few rallies, hasn't he? And he's broken that with sticking it back on the podium in Greece, and that was so important.
Small gap since you started in Estonia. How do you feel right now being back?
Well, I feel really good to be here with all the spectators. The atmosphere is really nice, so thanks to everybody. And yes, I think you say tere.
Yeah. So after shakedown, how does the car feel? How does these fast gravel roads feel?
Well, it feels good. You know, shakedown is always special. Not everybody is committed, so we'll see tomorrow, also tonight, but more tomorrow in the proper stages. So I'm feeling good. So let's see what we can bring tomorrow.
Please enjoy the race.
We will enjoy the race.
Thank you so much. It
was actually just the one outing in the Ford Puma Rally 1 back 22. That's a few years ago now, and they finished in 7th place. Didn't compete here last time we were here when he was back doing the WRC 2 years ago. What a Thierry he built. Got a couple of podiums here. I spoke to him earlier, Chenny. I mean, we always talk about it a lot. Never give up is his mantra, isn't it? But it's a big ask from where he is now, even halfway through the season.
How are you? How is the I-20 feeling after shakedown today?
Yeah, overall good feeling, and happy to be back in Estonia. It's a rally we were missing last year, so good to be back. The weather is with us, and the stages are looking great, so really looking forward. But also it's a very challenging event for us. We know it's going to be tough to fight with the Toyotas out there, and obviously Oid as well, who is at home. So yeah, not an easy weekend ahead, but hopefully we're going to have a lot of pleasure in the car, and if we feel comfortable, hopefully we're going to stand on the podium like last year.
Okay, because I was going to ask, you've been fighting very hard this season. So is this a weekend to sort of chill out a bit?
Yeah.
No.
The beginning of the season has been tough for us, honestly. I think we deserved a bit better, but that's what it is. So we focus on what's coming, and yeah, overall, trying to get a clean run here this weekend. That would be really nice.
And talk to me about the Estonian fans. You had a massive cheer as you get out of the car there.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a surprise. Every year we come here, it's very crowded, and yeah, it's a national sport over here. So people love it, and I think as well the organizers are doing a great job to make it a big party and an enjoyable event for children and until the oldest. So I think that's great. That's what we need, and that's why we're happy to be here.
Brilliant, fair play, and hopefully we see you in the podium, Thierry. Thank you very much.
Yeah, it's 54 points, Jenny, the deficit. I mean, it's a big ask anyway, but I mean, crucially, it's not just one guy he's chasing, there's 4 guys ahead of him, so he almost needs 4 people to start having issues, so it's a massive ask, isn't it?
Tomorrow's going to be really interesting, PK. You know, we have seen the Hyundai on the faster gravel rallies really struggling, and loads of front end, but just the back of the car, struggling with oversteer, basically, the back of the car stepping out. Have they been able to engineer that out? I think tomorrow we'll find out. If they have, then Toyota certainly won't have it all their own way, will they? And this man will absolutely be trying to stick on the top step.
Eks ole, me peame järelikult rohkem korraldama neid rallisid siin Eestis. Sa sõitsid täna shakedownil Paul Aroniga. Millal Ott Tähakut F1-st näeb?
Ma just Pauli käest hommikul küsisin, et kas ta vormelis tagaistmel on sõitnud. Seal on ka neid kahekohalisi, aga ei, ma arvan, et tegelikult oli äge ja ma usun, et kui tal on kunagi võimalik vormel 1-ga sõita kahekohalisega, siis ma võin tulla kaaslaseks küll.
Me vaatasime, ega sa tagasi ei hoidnud vist. Pauli puhul pole seda vajadust väga.
Ma arvan ka, ta on harjunud, kui vahest raputab, et pole hullu.
Meil on ilmeelus ilm, meil on väga palju rahvast. Ma pean Ott ikkagi veel kord küsima su käest eesmärgid selleks nädalavahetuseks. Millised te Martiniga seadnud olete endale?
Eks eesmärki alati rallis raske seada, et ma arvan lõpuks, kui me anname enda maksimumi ja jätame endast kõike rajale maha, siis see on parim, mis me teha saime, et eks kõik ülejäänud tuleb boonusena. Loomulikult, jah, eks enda peas eesmärgiks tuleb alati mõelda see see kõige kõrgem, aga mis reaalselt võimalik on, seda nädalavahetust näitab.
See tugi on olemas, eks ole? Aga palun, Ott, aitäh sulle. Martin, ma tulen korraks sinu juurde ka. Üks kiire küsimus, Martin, sulle ka. Ja, kell jookseb. Lihtsalt midagi nendele inimestele.
Homme kõik rajarda.
Sellest piisab, aitäh sulle, Martin! Ja saadame mehed teile. Üks grupi pilt on vaja kiiresti veel teha. Te peaksite siia tulema siia ette, et fotograafid saaksid teha.
Yeah, absolute superstars over here. As Thierry mentioned, it is very much a national sport here, as it is in Finland. And it's 5 long years. It seems crazy to say, doesn't it? That's a hat-trick of victories for Kalle Rovanperä. It's not always been Oit's fault, but he will be very, very keen getting back to winning ways.
Thank you, guys, and on to the stage. Thank you so much.
Got to say, though, Jenny, he didn't sound particularly happy in terms of this sort of handling issue. Never quite got the feeling in the car, but this is what he said after shakedown anyway.
Let's see tomorrow. And they're never, ever going to say, yeah, the car's perfect. You always sandbag a little bit for the teams that are listening. Tomorrow's going to be interesting for sure.
Yeah, it certainly is, but it's great to be back here in Estonia. So let's just take a little bit of a reminder then of what's gone on here in previous years.
Estonia, where of course the #1 attraction for the home crowd will be Ott Tänak. The 2019 world champion has done more than most to put his country on the map. In 2020, the population of just 1.4 million were celebrating when their hero topped the podium at Estonia's first appearance on the WRC calendar. And you can be sure the blue, black and white will be flying high in 2025.
Difficult to say if it's extra motivation, but definitely motivation is a good thing to have, you know, going to a big rally like this.
But Oit's home event has not been so kind to him since, with only one more visit to the podium in Estonia. That was third in 2022. On the 3 occasions since Tänak's success, the winner's trophy has crossed the Baltic Sea in the hands of Finland's Kalle Rovanperä, including 2021, his first ever WRC victory.
We'll always remember that feeling when you get the first one. You get let's say, big weight off your shoulders. You have now done it, you have proved yourself, and I think that's the biggest feeling what you get first. You just feel like finally it's done, and it's the nicest thing.
That's made Kalle the youngest ever WRC winner at just 21 years of age, the beginning of a special relationship with the event.
Already many years I have said Estonia is my favorite one, and yeah, I'm not really scared to say that out loud. Rally Finland is definitely one of the coolest also. Finland is definitely more difficult, but yeah, I just have more fun in the car in Estonia. I just love the roads.
Yeah, it's been a fascinating few years, hasn't it, of Kalle Rovanperä domination here as we just look. That's the service park in the distance. Let's just give you a reminder then of that championship fight. As I mentioned, it is Evans ahead, 9 points ahead of Auger, who's obviously not here this week. And then Tänak, 12 points behind the Welshman. Rovanperä, 117, that's 33 points. And as mentioned just now, Neuville with 54 points to catch up with Takakatsu there in 6th place. Adrian Formeau getting back to winning ways last time out in Greece. But yeah, we're all set for the opening stage then. That's coming up at around 8 o'clock local time, so just about half an hour or so. You can pretty much see the stage in the distance. It runs just around that park to the left of your screen there, alongside this magnificent service park here. So get back into the real stuff tomorrow as well. But yeah, just tow and get your kettles on, and we'll see you a little bit later on. See you in about half an hour for that first stage of the weekend. That's bye for now.
Sul polnud aimugi ja mis siis, nad keda poleks oodanud, kõik on siin. Atmosfäär hubane, mu pilvepiir, mu väikse kiira BCD-vitamiin tänu koju.
Välja on kama 2, kui meil viimakaine langeb, on ju? Paigal on vastu pidanud 10 000 talve, ütle mulle nüüd teistpidi elegant. Kodumaad keda push it out, mulle meeldib see, get push it out, like the
olemas.